Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of Good Dad, Bad Son. I think this is episode number 10. What we looking like, Will?
11.
We counting the kids? The kids got
Yeah.
their own segment.
Oh yeah, they branched off
Yeah,
from
that's
us.
through that's through their eyes. They branched off.
Okay.
they doing their own thing. They don't want to be a part of what we got going
Yeah,
on.
we 10 then. They crushing us too. They got their views through the roof.
Word up. What up, Zai?
Peace, King.
Peace, King. What's the word?
Hey, man, same old, another day, man.
Who you got for the Super Bowl, bro?
I can't go against Kansas City.
I said the same thing. Bro. I ain't gonna do it. It don't even
can't
make
go.
sense to do it, man.
It's hard to bet against that red bone.
That red bone with a white wife, bro.
You hear me?
High yellow nigga with a white wife. Please,
Hey, bro.
NFL. Come on,
That's a hard joint to beat, bro.
come on, son. Colin Kaepernick would have been the face of the NFL. He was too black. He wanted to be black.
That's it.
He wanted to be black. He would have been on the front of the game.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Other than that, man, how's everything, bro? I ain't speak to you in a couple of days.
Been chilling with the pops, man.
That's a good thing.
Hanging out with him, bro. Catching up, and
That's dope. You was at the shop. You was in the
Yeah,
shop
no
learning some
question.
things.
you already know, man. When I can, you always want to get up. Every day we get up, man. We want to learn something new.
That's a fact.
I've been soaking it up.
And you've been on hiatus, man, waiting on your truck to get. I just told them young boys, man, diesel mechanic, where the money at?
You
That's
better
who
bet
we
it.
paying. That's where all our money go.
You better bet it.
That's where all our money go, bro. Diesel mechanics.
100%. That's
But yo,
the lane.
we could get right into it, man. 50 Cent Big Meech, man. 50 Cent Big Meech. It's a lot of things going on. You got Big, well, they've been saying Meech told. Meech is part of the third party cooperation joint. Now 50 Cent is asking them who's Tammy Cohen. So that's the FBI informant, Tammy Cohen. That's the same lady that has Meech life rights. I don't get it, because if you knew that, the only reason why you saying this now because he took that picture with Rick Ross. You know what I mean? If he ain't take the picture with Rick Ross, you wouldn't be saying none of this. But do you think it's possible that, what you think? What you think, bro? They saying Tammy Cohen, he been knowing Tammy, right? That actually was Blue Da Vinci's girl before they got locked up. Then, when they got locked up, she went on Meech's side. You know what I mean? She set up a dude named Cuffy from St. Louis for 1,000 bricks. That's Meech man. Everybody is saying this is the dude that Meech made his first $1 million with. Cuffy, big time dude out of St. Louis, right? She lied. Meech supposedly had made the deal while he was in the feds. She's the person that's supposed to have lined everything up with Cuffy and the feds and the wiretaps and all that. Now she has Meech signed over his life rights. That's why she's able to do the deal with 50 Cent for the BMF thing and all that. What you think, man? You think he's hot? It's too much a coincidence for you?
I feel like you feel, man. Man, you had this conversation before, man, when it first hit the airwaves, and I told you how I see it. Coming from the feds, bro. We don't. Now it's like at first it was a myth. Now people claiming that paperwork gonna rise. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't like to even speak on something that I don't have full understanding of, or until it comes out and these people say blah 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 blah. I just don't like to go on that side and just start accusing a brother. It don't look good. I'm gonna keep it funky. It does not look good, bro. It don't look good. But until this shit say Meech cooperated with the FBI or the DEA in black and white with his name on it that he did a a
Third party.
reverse buy third party. When I see that, then we go on paperwork. Once we see that name, you know, United States versus blah blah blah, agent TI, you know, that's how it comes. You will see a brother as a CI or whatever. When we see that, no getting around it. But until then, I gotta let the brother live until, you know, I see there's some funny stuff going on. Like you said, if the brother never took a picture with the brother, is the brother jumping on that that bandwagon or what?
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't. That's crazy. I don't know. I probably not. I mean, he didn't say anything. It's been floating on the internet for. It's been hot. It's been a hot topic,
Sure did.
especially when he first came home. One thing about Wack been talking about it every day since he came home. He a rat. He got the paperwork. He read some paperwork today. He read
for
some,
real?
yeah, with Meech's name in it. But I didn't see it, so I'm not gonna say, yo, it's paperwork with Meech's name. I'm not saying that. I'm saying he read some paperwork, supposed to be the paperwork with Meech's name in it, with Tammy, with that girl Tammy,
I about to say, why would Meech's name be in it if they went through Tammy?
because she's actually saying what she did was to bring Meech home. Remember, if y'all remember,
I remember
Meech was supposed to come home
right, but
earlier.
she was sleeping with the.
Well, that's what happened to the case.
Right.
So Meech was, Zah, you don't remember Meech was supposed to come home a little earlier, like 6 years ago and shit? They was talking about Meech coming home, whatever. Anyway,
Right.
it was supposed to be the deal she made with whoever
To jam Cuffy up.
to jam Cuffy up to release Meech earlier, right? That's why it's called the third party cooperation joint, right? Because it's mostly her. But they saying Meech, Meech is locked up, so you're not gonna get him directly involved in it. You feel me? But she was working. The only way she could get in contact with Cuffy and them, and to do the deal and all that, is through Meech's word.
Right.
She's not connected to these streets and these niggas and none of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she supposedly had got on the stand. It's supposed to be stated. What's up, Kurt? It's supposed to be stated in the paperwork that she is doing this to get Meech home. You know what I
To
mean?
reduce her sentence. Yeah.
Right. So she but what happened is the reason why he didn't come home is while she was working that case, she started sleeping with the DEA nigga. She started sleeping with the DEA nigga. They find out, so they got it. It's over with. They can't use it. Zah, you know how that go. She started, you know what I mean? It's no good.
Fruit from the poisonous tree. Right.
So they throw the whole case with her and Cuffy and the drug buy and all that got thrown out, right? But you know how the feds play. On the wiretaps, they're talking about murders they committed. He's locked up he's actually locked up for possession of a weapon.
Cuff.
They locked him up for murder and possession of a weapon. But he's about to come home because they got to drop the murders because they wasn't supposed to charge him with the murders because the wiretaps is no good.
Right.
It's supposed to be the wiretaps was for the
Other
drug
case.
conspiracy. Feel me? But you know how the feds play. They locked him up for the murder anyway because they want him. They locked him up for the murder. Now he's supposed to be coming home because the murders are no good. He still got to do his time for the firearm. He been locked up for a little minute now, 8-9 years, whatever. But he's supposed to be coming home soon. It's actually a clip of he called in the Blue Da Vinci when Blue was on YouTube on during the interview and explained the whole thing. His daughter also. But so that's how Cuffy is jammed up. Cuffy like, yo, the only reason why he even speaking to Tammy and all this, the only reason why he's involved with this is because of Meech. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, Zah, I ain't seen no paperwork yet.
Right.
you got to understand, right? In these type of situations, it was a broad that somehow got connected in my case, right? And she wore the wire. She had a phone on her pocketbook and all of that, recording the nigga in the crib or whatever, whatever. But I used to, you know, back in the day, I used to deal with Shorty. You get what I'm saying? So when I ran into her, you know, she pillow talking with her brother, but through the grapevine, I find out after everything hit the fan, Shorty girl was working off of her dude's case. Her dude got jammed up in some type of shit or whatever, whatever. So she went out trying to get her man home, and she started cooperating, doing buses. How it works is once they start knocking off dudes, it start going towards whoever they wanted to go towards. You get what I'm saying? And that'll knock his sentence down. Like say they set up 2 or 3 people, dude Gary to come home off of that. If he knew, that's cool. Maybe sometimes dude might not even know. You get
She
what
took
I'm
it into her
saying?
own hands. Yeah.
She putting that in her own hands to get her dude home. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said again, I don't know how that case or how that situation went. Or you may have dudes that send his girl out there to do that. You know what I mean? Knock off some dudes that cut his time. You know, like this, you know, claim certain dude, Peoples was doing this. Sister was knocking off dudes to
So,
knock her
so
sentence down.
you talking about homeboy's sister?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These are the type of things, bro, that
Yeah.
these people get involved in, bro.
Yeah.
And it works a lot of different type of ways, bro.
But I
People
still
can be,
think that's that's different though, right? Because
no,
if
we
she,
not
if
that.
you,
I'm just saying something about that one. But far
okay,
as the broad that was knocking off people to get her man home, like I said, I don't know if he sent her on the mission to do that, or
yeah,
she was doing it on her own.
on
You
her
get what
own,
I'm
right,
saying?
right, right, right,
She
okay.
could have just been doing that on her own to get her dude out. You
Now
get what I'm
check this.
saying?
All right, so let's add this also into context. What happens when you find out she started doing this in 2008? What happens when you find out? I mean, you gonna find out, dog. So what happens when you find out in 2010, 2011, but you still messing with her, and you sign over your life rights to her? This your man. This your man. You
Violation.
got pop. That's got pop messing with this broad. You know what I'm saying? What happens when you find out this broad is hot? You continue to mess with her?
No way.
I know you ain't, but I'm just saying, like, he is. He still is.
So, yeah, that's funny business. So yeah, he got to do some explaining. Something ain't right, bro.
It's the coincidence is too crazy.
Yeah, it might
It's
start.
too
It
much
start,
of a
might start
coincidence. Where
leaning.
it's smoke is fire.
Yeah.
So when would he have got out without her help? He had a life sentence.
No, he got a 30-year sentence.
So he still had
you just reminded me, Will. Niggas that was in the feds was on whacking them joint today. Homeboy did 20-something years. Texas nigga got caught with 500 bricks. He like Meech got $1,000 kilo 1,000 kilo conspiracy. He said that's an automatic life sentence. Is that true? According to the federal guidelines, like he said the what Meech was charged for, the amount of kilos he was charged for, that's an automatic life sentence.
Kingpin
regardless.
status.
Yeah.
Dudes can't say that because you got cartel dudes coming home.
That's a fact.
You get what
Homeboy
I'm
did
saying?
just come home. They did.
Yeah,
they
bro.
Yeah, last week the cartel nigga did just come home.
Cartel nigga just came home. We talking about somebody bringing in tons over tons over tons.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Griselda Blanco came home.
1000%, bro. And these people was
And
in
these
that
niggas
category
ain't messing with
higher.
Griselda.
Top
Do
of
you
the
understand
line,
what I'm
right.
saying?
Top
These
of the
niggas
food
ain't.
chain.
They said she was bigger than Pablo.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like, bro, I understand that, bro. You can get in my situation, I had a 5 kilo or more. You get what I'm saying? So it's certain guidelines. That 5 or more, you're gonna have a 1 to 40, and 1 to 40 goes from like a bird you know what I'm saying, or 2. But the minute you get to a 5 or more, that can be 500, that can be 1,000, that can be.
Yeah, it don't
You get what
matter.
I'm
The
saying?
more is whatever.
You lock,
Yeah.
you dead lock, unless you get caught with the work.
But ain't 20 years considered life?
Nah, that was in the state.
In
When
the
25
state,
years
in the
was
state, 25 years is considered life.
considered
Life.
life.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they could hit you with a life. If they hit you with a life with the possibility of parole, that's 25 years. You possibly there's a possibility you could come home after you serve 25 years.
Okay. The feds play different.
Yeah, it's different in the feds, bro.
The feds is boy. I'm
Life is
glad. I'm
life.
glad I never got caught up with
Totally.
none of that. I'm glad my big brother was pushing me to the side. Like
That's a nasty game, bro. It's nasty work over
what we
there.
was talking about last time?
The feds a family discount.
The family discount. What we was talking about last time? though?
Where his Marriott, when he had the. They ain't
Oh
doing right
yeah, I'm glad he was treating me like the Marriott treated him.
Hey, yo. Nasty work. Nasty work, bro. You hear me? Yes, buddy. Nasty work.
So, what y'all think about him putting Little Meech text message on blast like that? Y'all know 50 petty, man.
He is petty LaBelle.
50 petty
He a
as
petty
hell.
nigga, bro. 50 petty, bro. 100%.
50 petty as hell. If I was in Little Meech camp, if I was his cousin or something,
Yeah.
if he would have said it out loud, like, yo, I'm about to text this nigga 50, man.
Don't do it.
Nah.
Leave that nigga alone.
You better off calling him, dog.
Yeah.
You better off calling him. Don't text him at all. Call him.
He may have called him and 50 ain't answer.
Then leave him alone.
Yeah, true.
Leave him alone.
True.
Or just send him a simple text like, yo, dog,
Call me.
I don't know what's going on, man. Hit me.
Yeah.
But all that, you got into the, yo, my dad trying to pay his bills, fuck Ross, da-da-da. Now you done threw yourself out there. You done chose a side. Now he exposed you choosing a side. Now he don't even mess with you no more. You can't even go to Ross to try to get some bread with Ross now because you just said
You done
F
said
him.
F him, right.
Yeah, so you stuck. You stuck like Chuck.
But they don't need 50 at this point, right? Terry home, Meech home, they can sell their story to whoever, right?
That's a fact.
Tammy has the life rights. Tammy,
Just for Big Meech, though.
Meech, yeah. Tammy has his life rights, but you might be able to sell your life story, but it ain't gonna be no presence. It's not gonna be the.
It ain't gonna hit like 50.
It ain't gonna
behind
hit
it.
like 50. 50, that's 50 lane right there. Power, Raising Cain and all that. That's his lane, dog. Who
Trust
you
me,
gonna-
man. 50 didn't do. 50 ain't do American Gangster. You heard?
What you mean, the movie?
Frank
Yeah,
Lucas,
50 didn't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So he ain't the only lane or the only link that can blow a
We
brother.
spoke about this. We spoke about this before. He's not. You're right. But how much more can he put in a movie?
I mean, 50 got a watered down version according to you. You know what I mean? Like you said, you know, the books you done read on it and what they putting
It's
out.
watered down compared to the documentary for sure.
Right.
And the
So
shit we know, seen, and all that. Yeah.
Well, because it was done for TV, it got to be.
But
watered
the
down.
but the
TV,
movie
they
is
gonna
gonna
water
be
it.
watered down too. Like, I mean, okay, so you seen, you got 4 seasons of BMF?
This will be the third one.
3 seasons of BMF. You gonna see that shit in the movies too. You gonna see the same stuff you just watched in the series in the
gotta-
movies.
You got to think about it, man. You got dudes, man, that can really make that joint pop, bro. Like American Gangster, that joint was vicious, bro. And you got dudes that really
He didn't have no series though.
who?
Frank Lucas. He didn't even
No,
have a
that's a fact.
documentary.
That's a fact. It's
That's
just
the only.
point
That's the
of-
only difference.
It's the only. It's the point of. I know it's a lot of more shine to show, and you know you can grab some real official actors in. You know what I'm saying? You can get a little bit more than what 50 done. You can
I
bring
think
some
it's
people
over.
in.
I think. Go ahead. My fault.
No, go ahead.
I think it's oversaturated.
And that could be true
To
too.
try to come with a movie after 3 seasons of BMF, I think it's oversaturated. I don't think anybody gonna go see it. I don't think it's gonna be good. He ain't gonna be able to put in a movie theater. He ain't gonna be able to put that in no movie theater.
So is Meechie's celebrity status gonna be affected by his possibly being
Little Meech,
both of them?
they done. To me, They done. They done, bro. I really would like to see. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm happy they done or I'm hating on them, and I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying for real. Like I just feel like they done. I think his pops made a bad move. You know what I'm saying? I think they done, bro. Y'all know how they do. You could get blackballed indirectly. That's an indirect blackball. 50 was blackballed indirectly because Murder Inc. and them was hot.
Yeah.
And Murder Inc. and them wasn't messing with 50.
Right.
So because Murder Inc. and them was hot, Murder Inc. Irv was doing all them hits with DMX and them, Jay-Z and all them. They was hot. Wasn't nobody messing with Fifth. Right. Fifth had to get with Dr. Dre and Eminem. Eminem had to come get Fifth. Yeah. The West Coast had to come get Fifth. Yeah. He was blackballed.
But think about it.
But that's music.
But think about it. Still, you have a brother with the paperwork. Irv Gotti was showing the paperwork. Brothers went to the police. I get what you're saying. That's, you know what I mean? You're a rapper, but that was street shit before rap.
Yeah, that was fake paperwork. They exposed that. The precinct wasn't. The precinct wasn't real.
The seal wasn't right.
The officer was nowhere to be found. Yeah. But the DJ that was, I forgot the DJ name. The DJ that was in the studio when that happened, he went to the police. He sued. He sued Murder Inc. Yayo and 50 ain't do nothing.
Okay.
So that's how the when they was like, yo, 50 got an order protection on it. 50 ain't had nothing on them. Yayo ain't had nothing on them. It was the DJ that was in there. Yeah. He pressed charge. He sued. He got like a couple of 100,000 or something. He sued. But Yayo and them ain't suing nothing. 50 ain't never sued. 50 ain't never. That was fake. Man, 50 was bullying them niggas. 50 was beating them niggas up every time he seen them. He beat Ja Rule up in Atlanta at the hotel, knocked them out, took his chain. That's how he ended up with the guitar chain. He had Ja Rule chain. They traded his chain for a watch. That's real. He said in his rap. That's a fact. That's a fact. He traded his chain for his watch. Everybody know 50 was a bully in the hood. That's a known fact. Even niggas that don't like him, Smurf and all them niggas Smurf, he say that. He like, yo, man, you know, he was never pussy. He was never that.
Right. Boo-boo.
You know, he boo-boo. Niggas know boo-boo. The nigga box, nigga big. You know what I mean? Yeah. He wasn't
Shout out to everybody who jumped on the live. We got a little late start tonight. Appreciate y'all for waiting on us. Welcome.
Yeah, pardon us, man. Pardon us on a late arrival. But I feel you. I still, like you said, they gotta reveal that paperwork tying him in to that case with Cuffy, the first case, lining him up for them 1,000 kilos. But I'm still like, you can't convince me that you didn't know she was an FBI informant. Right. I think this happened around 2008, 2009, whatever, 2010. You signed your life rights over in 2014 or 2015 to her. You gotta know what's going on. You know she rocking with you. She coming to see you, call whatever. Y'all rocking out. There's no way you could convince me that you don't know what she doing, bro.
What y'all think happened? Why he would do his man like that? Like, cause everybody got jammed up and he skated, and that's his right hand man.
Man, niggas be trying to come home, right or wrong.
But he did a dub though. Nigga, sit down.
This before the dub.
Okay.
He got a 30-year sentence. This was back in 2009, 2010. He only locked up 5 years. Yeah. And it's a third party co-op. It's her doing it. It's not really him.
Right.
It's her. And to tell you the truth, if him and Blue Da Vinci would have never fell out, it probably would have never really hit the surface the way it did. See, him and Blue fell out. And Blue, Blue know all them niggas. Mm-hmm. So when him and Blue fell out, that's really what, because he was saying Blue was a rat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. So you didn't. Well, how y'all feel about the him posting Little Meech? Did y'all answer that? Him posting Little Meech text message.
That was some sucker shit. If he had genuine love for, like, I have genuine love for you, and if me and you fall out, Eli's still my nephew.
That's a good point, dog.
God damn.
And you literally raised him. Like, you had him when he was a baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a good point.
That's a true bill, that bros don't have no type of, it ain't no type of nothing a brother won't do, bro. There's a lot of violation that be in it. Like we said, niggas be petty, bro. Like, You know what I'm saying? Like when you violate when you violate Lil Man though,
Right.
like that ain't a part of this, bro. Like, nah, we're not doing that. But a brother just don't have no cut card on what he's not gonna do or what's
That's a
anything
fact.
subject to happen with dude. And that's the petty part, bro. That as a grown man, as a official cat, you don't do shit like that, bro. You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying? But
fact.
it's nothing that's off the table with dude, man. Dude gonna do whatever. You know what I'm saying? If he catch you with his one of his enemies, you know, you might just catch a nigga in the past and yo, peace. You know, if he hear about it, he gonna air you out. Like, and that sucker, bro. Like, nah, you can't be getting mad at me because you know what I mean? Like, that's each his own, bro. Like, that's why I said I don't fuck with you. I get it. If I'm beefing with a dude, bro, you with him, bro, and the hammer come out, you might get hit too.
Right.
That's just how it go. We get that. You ain't hanging out with the brother. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? You know, the
So
Rick Ross
basically,
situation.
that proves that Meech ain't got no money put up or hidden or buried like they were saying
Me and-
because
me
he
and
doing
Zah-
fucking
me
car
and
show
Zah went-
appearances and shit.
Me and Zah went back and forth for an hour about that.
He not broke. I don't think he's broke because his face card is valid. But if that rat shit on him, he might can't maneuver the way he need to.
I definitely don't think he came home to no money, to no
Not no
millions.
200
None of
million.
that.
They be talking all type
I
of
was
dumb
I was
shit.
saying that before he came home, and now that he did this move with Ross, his son said it. My dad got
got
to
bills
pay
to
his
pay.
bills. Yeah, he
Right.
got bills to pay. He made, you know what I mean? I said, yeah, bro. He chasing a bag into a concert, a rap concert. Is like
Right.
at Rick Ross' house. Like,
Right.
how much money you really gonna make off of that? That got to be a $50,000 bag or something. I don't see him really. That ain't. That's at least a.
Bro, he might
give
have
him
he
50.
went over there to collect, bro. You got a whole song talking about I think I'm Big Meech. I need my bread, bro.
Big,
50 got to understand that, man.
straight up.
I think the most he get out of that situation is 50,000, man.
Can't put a dollar on things, BJ. We be dead wrong if we gonna try to say what a man can get out of something.
I
You know, we
said I
don't know.
think. No, it ain't about being dead wrong. You got to know the business. You got to know the climate of what's going on, and what he could possibly what they possibly gonna sell tickets for.
Lil Meech grown, Calvin, but he didn't do nothing to 50. Whatever his pops did, he shouldn't have to suffer for that. He not in the video. He not in the picture with
Yeah.
Ross.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the only reason why I'm saying that is because I'm just thinking about the ticket sales.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about you could come up with a number. We talking about a concert.
Yeah.
We talking about ticket sales. We talking about everything. He don't have merch. He don't have nothing to sell.
Right.
Ross is really doing all this. His name and face is on it, but this is all Ross.
Right.
If I just saw a clip with Meech's lawyer that said 50 got $150 million check from Stars or whoever it was for that BMF series, and he said you didn't give Meech anything. I said that before. I said, yo, he signed his life rights over while he was in prison, bro, facing a 30-year sentence. If
I can't
50
believe none of that.
If 50 gave him, you ain't gotta believe it. If 50 would have offered him $500,000, he jumping on that, bro. He jumping on it.
I just can't believe. You know what I'm saying? It's just me though. It's me, bro.
Nah, you
can't-
have
you
a
doing
right
a
to
whole-
your beliefs and opinion.
No,
Dog.
Terry said the same thing. He said you're making money off what me and my brother built, and we not seeing the benefits of that.
That's what Meech's lawyer said.
Terry said it too, though.
But I'm saying what Meech's lawyer said.
Okay.
Meech's lawyer said this, not nobody else's lawyer. Big
Okay.
Meech's lawyer said, 50, you got $150 million from da-da-da-da-da for Meech's story, da-da-da, and you gave him pennies. You didn't pay him nothing. You jerked him. So he got every right to go somewhere and try to make some money. It's obvious if you just think about it. If he got all this money from 50, he would not be over there with Rick Ross. He wouldn't. He wouldn't.
I'm like the brother said too, bro. Like, yeah, you gotta pay me, bro. Nigga did a song, think I'm Big Meech. Official cats, bro. Gonna come
Hey,
home,
give me
bro.
that check. Guess
Yeah,
what?
bro.
Guess what?
1,000%. It ain't. We ain't gotta be cool.
Technically, he don't gotta pay him.
He don't have to, but
Technically, he don't gotta pay him.
he don't
It's
have
some.
to.
It's some light extortion. type
Y'all talking
shit.
about a song he did in 2000 when? 10?
Right.
11?
Yeah, right.
It's 2025. No. That probably was 2007. 6.
2007 or 8, yeah.
Yeah, that was that was 16, 17 years ago, dog.
Niggas stay running up on Ross, though. The real Rick Ross
He
ran
didn't
up
been-
on him about his
he
name.
didn't get no money neither.
He did.
Y'all tripping, really thinking these dudes is getting money.
Right.
Bro,
You gotta try it, though. Shit.
cool.
No, that's a fact.
Cool.
That's a fact.
Rick Ross tried, the real Rick Ross.
Freeway, yeah.
He didn't get a dime.
Nope.
Lost.
He sued Freeway, too, from Philly.
And Meech, okay, if he needs some money now, I mean, you ain't been all right, okay. Whatever. Just get the check.
But
well,
they said
that's
Lil
probably
Meech-
him. Instead of him just outright saying, all right, I'm gonna give you money to feel like he's being extorted, he's throwing the concert for Meech and he gonna give him the proceeds from the concert. Okay, cool. All right.
50 said,
That's
stay,
what we
stay
doing?
broke till I feed you, nigga.
That's what we doing.
That's what
Okay.
50 on?
I don't think 50 on that, bro. I think because when you watch Little Meech video of him talking about 50, he's saying how 50 saved his life.
Right.
He didn't know what he was gonna do. His father was calling home.
Right.
He didn't know,
Everything.
asking
What you
him
gonna
what
do,
he
what you
gonna do.
gonna do. Right.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. 50 paid for my acting classes. 50 sent me to school and paid for my acting classes. 50 got me in this. 50 did that. So for your dad to come home, everybody in America know how 50 feel about Rick Ross and niggas taking pictures with his ops. He cut his own son off.
He did.
He cut his own biological son off, bro. So for him to come home and do something with Rick Ross and take a picture, 50 could have did that. 50 could have threw a concert for me. Come on. Me personally, I would have never done it.
Right.
And you know how I feel to be behind that wall. You too, Kurt. Y'all know how to feel to be behind that wall. For a man to take my son under his wing and put him in a position to feed his family and to be good, like that's he could have a future in that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need.
Yeah.
that's where my loyalty lies.
He gave him an opportunity to become his own man, get out of his dad's shadow.
Yeah, that's where my loyalty lies. Off the rip. That's a given. That's a no-brainer, dog.
I agree with you, Josh. Meech should have showed 50 more love.
That's a no-brainer, dog. I'm not about to align myself with nobody 50 got a problem with.
Especially if it's gonna
And
affect my
I'll
son.
shake your hand. I'll shake your hand and all that. What's up, dog? I'll do all that.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking pictures with you or nothing. And I'll let them know, nah, bro. You know,
we
Fifth my
talking
man, bro. I can't take no picture with you. That nigga
We
took care of
talking
my
about
son, dog. I was on a 30-year sentence.
We talking about some dudes, man, like, and I get it. We talking about somebody, man, that feel ain't nobody ain't nobody over a nigga. Nigga feel like they their own man. They got it out the mud, how they got it. Niggas ain't fearing nobody. I'm not scared to go and handle my business, how I'm gonna handle my business. That has somebody over me, go tell me what I can do, what don't look good, what don't look right. Nigga, fuck out of here, nigga. Yeah, I'm going over here and holler at this nigga about my bread or whatever we can do. You make some good bread off of. I think I'm Big Meech, right? Yeah, what's up, bro? Like, you know what I mean?
That's the wrong attitude to have.
Okay, yeah, that may
That's
be
the
cool.
wrong attitude to
And
have,
that might
bro.
be cool, bro. That might be cool, but I still, BJ, that's like you. BJ, you're not gonna have a nigga dangling a carrot over your head, trying to tell BJ what he can't do, what he don't supposed to go, who he can't dap up. You gonna let? I'm just saying though, like even not even putting all of that out in the front. But yeah, you see it. What's wrong with that, bro?
Guess what, Zah? We never even had that situation, me and you, where I was locked up and you took care of my son and none of that shit, or vice versa, right? But a nigga you ain't fucking with, I ain't fucking with. Point blank, period. So
That's
a
right.
nigga you got a problem, and we ain't got no money involved in it or nothing. A nigga you got a problem with, I ain't fucking with.
No, I get that. I get that part. We talking on some street shit, on some. You understand? Yeah, that's street. Yeah,
I'm
fuck out of here.
I'm talking about in general.
Vice versa. That's a fact. That's a
Like,
fact.
okay, clear example. Homeboy that was in your truck. Come on, man. That was in your truck, man. that took the truck back. Yeah, this man crazy.
Quit on you.
Yeah, yeah, right, right,
Clean cut example. You know what I'm saying?
right.
He can't quit what you got going on and come apply for
Come on,
EMK.
man. Come on,
Right.
man.
Slap the shit.
Come on, man. You know what I mean?
BJ, but I still can't. Listen, what I'm
That
trying
ain't
to
street
say, though,
shit. That's just like,
Listen, what I'm trying to say, though, bro.
I can't mess with you like that.
Listen, what I'm trying to say, bro.
Uh-huh.
We're talking about my status of who I am. Me coming home, bro. A man then shouted me out. A man then did what he did, bro. I can't go and politics something from that.
And Ross might
Regardless
have
if it
called.
end up,
Ross might have called for him.
regardless, Will, if it ended up in a picture, you know what I'm saying? Because we putting on right now. I'm in acting class, bro, and I'm trying to get some bread or whatever. I'm trying. That's the reason why Rick doing a show or whatever that might be. Accumulate some money for this brother, but that might have been the lick to give back, whatever that might be. But I'm just saying something. It shouldn't be nothing wrong with me politicking my side of a nigga talking about me and me trying to go get something. In the world we come up in, bro, it's really extortion. But I'm gonna go to this brother the right way so the nigga don't get no police involved or nothing like that. I'm gonna go and holler at the brother on some man to man, and hopefully he throw something over here. He understand my situation. I don't feel like somebody that I fuck with should be, because me and him ain't buddy buddy. It ain't a buddy buddy ticket.
I seen a take on it that was interesting. What if Meech, I'm sure, still consider himself the big homie. What if he was trying to meet with Ross to try to get 50 and Ross to put, throw the shit to the side?
Man, get out of here.
You ain't going?
No. No, you might as well not even involve yourself in that.
Facts.
Crazy.
Nah, we ain't gonna get into
First
that.
of all,
50 don't make up with no
50,
fucking body.
50 ain't the
Nah.
Meech ain't the big homie over 50.
Right.
Not that either.
Right.
I'm glad you just said that. Listen what you just said. And he ain't
Right.
the big homie over him.
Right.
Because in the
But-
end of the day, 50 didn't go and get little meat or go and get big meat to not make no bread. So he went over there. It was a mutual, it was a fair exchange. You coming, you didn't fuck with me before I went to prison.
Right.
You
Rick
wasn't
Ross-
my
Rick
man
Ross didn't
before I
either.
went to prison.
Rick
You
Ross
get what
didn't
I'm
either.
saying?
Rick Ross made a song after the man was locked up talking about I think I'm Big Meech.
That's how Jeezy and
That's
Ross got
it.
into it because he's
That's
not
it.
affiliated.
That's
Right.
it.
So that's why
it.
I said.
And guess what?
something got-
If-
I'm
if
not
you-
home.
If you wanted to pay your respect by hollering the nigga name on a song, put $20,000 on his books.
Official.
That's that. That'll kill all the.
That's
Here
why
you
I
go.
feel like I'm coming home and I'm going to holler at this guy.
I can't say he didn't do it or I'm not
We
saying
ain't
he
heard
didn't
about
do
it.
that.
Yeah, we ain't heard about it.
Put 20,000. Matter of fact, while you at it, put 20,000 on Larry Hoover books too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah.
But this what I'm gonna say to answer your other statement. I'm putting my big homie ego to the side, bro. That big homie shit over with. That's the problem with niggas.
He addicted. It's addictive. You know it.
But that's the problem with niggas that do this time. That was the man.
Right.
Go to jail. Homeboy, you did 19 years, right?
That's a.
I said
form of
this when
life.
I saw him come home and he took the picture and he had the jewelry on and all that shit. I said, this nigga
Get back outside.
he trying to catch up.
Yep.
You 60 years old, dog.
Right.
Come outside with.
Act like you learned.
I ain't
something.
gonna say he should do this. Me, I'm 60 years old. I did it this time. I'm 60 years old, bro. I don't care about you. You done did it. You done did it already. You still need jewelry?
At the highest level.
You
you've
done did it at the highest level, bro, to the point where it was nothing else you could buy. You got caught. They estimated
Bro.
you had 400 million. They took $400 million from you, bro.
Right.
Bro, we're talking about, and I get it. And you ain't said nothing wrong, but you're talking about somebody, bro, that had balls enough to put a billboard up of the world is BMFs. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that was 20
means-
years ago when you was in the streets and you was.
My point.
Go ahead.
That's my point. My point is, we need to be seen in the light of doing something big, or that's my image right there. To want to actually put a billboard up of that slogan, the world is BMFs.
Yeah,
That
but
going to
that
show
is
me how far you go with something. So you coming home and still having a chain on, yeah, that's who you are.
the world. That's sad. That's
It
sad. If
is.
at 60 years old, jewelry still define you, dog. Everybody know you. Everybody in America know who you are, man. You
I
already
can't.
solidified, bro. You could come home. It's time. It's time to get your grown man on, man. You still want to? I just saw the nigga in a jumper with one strap on and the other strap down. Nigga with a big t-shirt on. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, bro. Man, get your grown man on, bro. Whatever money you got, you better invest in a business, my nigga. Pawn that jewelry, nigga, and get a business, bro. And then you won't be in this situation. But obviously, he is doing like you say, Zah. He obviously is moving the way you're saying right now. And it's showing.
Yeah.
Because he's moving stupid. It's crazy. I'm not that big homie shit go out the window when you take care of my son. How I feel about myself goes out the window when my son is involved. I did it.
Right.
I threw all that shit out the window when Eli was asking me where I was. When he
It's
had his
not about-
birthday party in New York. I threw all that, man. I ain't leaving my man in there outside no more. I ain't coming. Nah, I can't do this shit no more. It's over. My son asking me where I'm at.
I
It's
mean,
over. I didn't like being broke when I came home. That shit, I hid. I was in hibernation. But you know how that shit goes on.
My
I was
point
in
is,
hibernation, bro. I couldn't come outside. My nigga, I'm broke. And everybody telling me, come out, yo, I got you. Come on. You ain't gotta spend no money. Man, I'm broke, bro. I ain't coming outside. Ain't coming outside, dog.
my point is not. It ain't said that the man that then hollered at the Migo or then hollered overseas and got some work back in the street. But if a man feel like that's his angle on how he got to go back and put the food on his table to eat,
That's all he know.
I ain't mad at him, bro. If that's what he know and that's the angle that he's taking, I can't be mad at that, brother. You get what I'm saying? That's it. I mean, I don't know if he going back in the street. That's an idiotic
No,
move.
I don't think he that stupid, bro.
You know what I mean?
There's no way.
No
No,
way.
what it is, and this is what I found out a lot about people that are incarcerated long periods of time. When they go to prison and when they come out, they still stuck in that time warp of what they were. But after 20 years, everything changed. It's like a situation you told me about Atlanta, DJ. You was like, it ain't the same. When I was talking about moving back to Atlanta, you was like, it ain't the same. It ain't what it was back when we was, pounding that brick. You know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game, So for him to, after however many years he served, to come out and try to resurrect that old image, you living in the past, bro. Things change. Technology changed. Everything changed. Find you a lane to get in and be on and be
A grown man laying at that. You 60 years old. Me 60.
right. You gotta
58,
say
59. That nigga 60, bro. Your
You
face
know-
card should be good enough to the point where you get a shopping center. I don't want no jewelry. I don't want no hookups for you niggas. I don't want none of that. Yo, I need donate. If y'all gonna give me something, niggas gonna shoot me some bread or whatever, I'm trying to buy some property.
I'm trying to get this building right.
I'm trying to get this building. I'm trying to buy this land so I can build a subdivision.
We
Hey,
don't know
Nora,
what he
welcome.
doing.
We almost had to come looking for you.
What's up, Noah?
Hi, how you doing? I didn't know you guys were on. I've literally been waiting for an hour.
Yeah, I just think it was a bad move, bro. And one more thing about Phil. One more question about 50. How y'all feel about him posting that pic about I ain't even mean to laugh. Irv Gotti.
Yo,
He's smoking on a Gotti pack.
he a jerk for that.
Yeah, bro. I can't even. I plead the fifth, bro.
You acting like Terrence now. You acting like T.
Yeah, I plead
What
the
you
fifth.
think, Kurt?
I think like you think, I just think it's a little petty, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, You know how the industry goes. Them niggas have no sense of what real loyalty is. You know what I'm saying? I see them as some young cats. You know, they came in the game and because they got law, they want to be law forever or better than who they go with. It's just petty. You know, he just needs to just stay in his lane. All that posting stuff is what street cred. I mean, what is that for? What's that for? Just to say you have some followers that look at this shit that you post. See, this social media is crushing the community. You know what I'm saying? He needs to stay in his lane, get his money, and get old and get off the game. You know, whatever it is, I think it's all. I think the
He a
whole.
professional troll.
No, you think that's messed up? 50 Cent, Irv Gotti died, and 50 Cent put up a thing talking about he's smoking a Gotti pack.
Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was funny. It just turned a little more grim when he
Yeah, I
actually
thought it was
died.
funny.
Just the fact that he actually died, like, made it a little, like, an hour later, made it a little worse. But I thought it was funny. And didn't he try to? I know that he did try to kill him. So I guess, like,
Exactly.
That's
He was
no.
with the people
No.
who was trying to get him all unalive.
Man, listen,
so he
bro.
don't feel no sympathy for him.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's petty, yeah, but man, them dudes shot him 9 times, man.
Yeah.
He just happened to live.
yeah.
They tried to get him up out of here, man. They blackballed him. They tried to get up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Those his enemies.
Right.
Those his enemies, bro. That was his
Oh,
It
enemy,
wasn't
man.
it wasn't no
Shit.
argument. They really
Yeah.
tried to kill him.
It wasn't music. It was street shit. They tried to kill. They was a part. He's a part of the team that tried to kill him.
They orchestrated it, right.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it makes it funnier.
I didn't see anything wrong with that.
Dre said 50 an asshole. They made him that way, Dre. He probably was a nice kid before they tried to kill him.
Yeah, he
9 bullets changed your demeanor.
Yeah, I guess it do, man. I guess it do, bro.
Welcome back, Zah.
Yeah, I guess it do, brother.
you know damn well, but if man 9 bullets going penetrating your body, man, and one of them dudes die.
You gotta learn how to talk again. You gotta learn how to walk again.
One of them dudes died as part of the team, like a head figure in that team.
You know what I'm gonna do?
I'm not saying I would have did it.
I'm gonna shut the
But-
fuck up. I'm gonna shut up, bro.
All right, I can't.
I ain't gotta respond to it. You right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, like you said, each his own. Because you said that to me, and you was totally right. You know, I had forgot all about that and all that. You know, I just feel like still he wasn't the one that shot you, nigga. He wasn't the one that sent the hit. You know what I mean? Far as I know. But in the end of the day, you right. You on that side, and you was with them, so you right.
That
I can
strong. Him,
Yeah.
Ja Rule, Black
After
Child,
the fact, yeah.
yeah. Ty, all of them ops. They ran in. These are same niggas that ran up in the studio and stabbed you and shit. They had real beef.
Yeah.
That was real beef. That was hands on site beef.
Mm-hmm.
And I say the same thing about Rick Ross. When 50 and them bump into Rick Ross, they gonna kick Rick Ross' ass.
So it is. Josh said 50 going to Irv funeral to make sure he dead.
Nah, bro. Nah. He better not go to Irv funeral. Now you doing too much, bro. Now,
If they do something
No.
to you, right.
nah, man. Nah. If he show up to Irv, if he drive by Irv Gotti funeral and record it and say something in the background, nah, 50, you wrong, bro. You wrong. Enough's enough, bro. Enough's enough, man. What was I about to say?
these type of rivalries in the rap game always lead to somebody getting, unalive. And that goes all the way back.
Do y'all even think the conflict with 50 and Ross is real, or is just the keep conflict to make money?
No, it's real. It's real. They beat up Gunplay. When they cross paths, they get active. They just
Okay.
don't cross paths.
Okay.
They beat up Gunplay at the awards.
Okay. In Atlanta?
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember
at the
that.
BET
I
Awards.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he jumped on Gunplay.
I'm not fighting no nigga named Gunplay, but go ahead.
Yeah, they swung him all around. They ain't really do. It was he was still on his feet, so
Yeah.
they ain't really do nothing. Oh, I had a brain freeze right quick. But I
What's
guess
the
we could all agree with 50 being super petty, man.
Yeah.
Super petty, and yeah, I wouldn't do it. I understand why he did it, but I wouldn't do it.
I respect it because he does it to everyone. He don't just pick like
He
Ja,
don't pick and choose,
Ja, he
bro.
was being a. It looked like he was being a bully because he can't compete with him physically and all that stuff. But he fucks with Diddy. He fucks with Jay-Z. He don't give a damn. Now he fucking with Michi. So he ain't just picking and choosing. Anybody can get it. So I appreciate that about him because some people are just bullies.
This is another good one. Dre, Dre still in the comments?
He around.
TK Kirkland says raising another man's child is mental illness. What you think about that, Noah?
In some cases, I don't think it's a rule. Like I've just seen a lot of people raising other people's kids in New York in situations that don't make sense. Like, why are you doing that? Like, even a grown ass kid and like funding his life. I don't know. I don't get it unless you actually make that woman your wife and that becomes your family. I've just seen like baby fathers doing that to baby mothers, other kids, and he's not even married to her. Like, why are you doing that? I don't get it. I don't know about mental illness, but I don't get it.
What you think, Kurt?
I think I'm on the side of, it ain't nothing wrong with raising another man's child because I've had two in both my marriages. With, of course, the marriage in Atlanta, her baby father killed himself. So, I mean, that child was up under my care at the time because, I was taking care of mine. So, I mean, if she comes a kid, I mean, it's the same thing with if a woman meet me, if she ain't ready to, add something to my kid's life, then what? She can't be a part of it. I don't see it as being insanity. But being a stepdad or stepmom is hard as hell. That shit is rough because you don't know what kind of characteristics that man or woman has to pass down to their kids, what kind of moral turpitude they carry. If you're in that situation, raise the kid the way that you would raise your own. Give them the same amount of respect and knowledge that you have for that other man's child. It's not the child's fault.
What you think, Zah?
You said to be raising another man's child.
TK Kirkland said raising another man's child is a mental illness.
That's idiotic, bro. Idiotic, bro. Come on, man.
The shit gotta stop, bro.
You gotta stop, bro. When do we draw the line, man, with this foolishness, bro? Like real talk, man. Nigga said it's mental illness. Like, why do we go that far, bro? Nah, bro. I feel
And
like
he said he's done it before in the same context. He right after that he said, "Yo, I raised another man's child before, boom, boom, boom." But he said it's a mental illness.
I think it's a mental illness when you don't raise your own and you raising somebody else.
took-
Now we got a problem.
You took that. That's the only thing that's a mental illness to me. I know niggas that don't take care of their own kid.
Like, how the fuck can you even
But it's
sleep?
over here raising someone else's kid.
Right.
I know niggas like that, man. For real.
yeah, that's foul.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
I
you
know
know.
niggas like that, man.
Cause my dad
Right.
was around, but I was in the house with my mom and stepdad, so I'm biased. And my wife had a daughter when I met her, so I helped raise her. But I'm in my kids' lives, so I don't see it.
Yeah, I raised my
I
lady
mean, what
kids,
you
man.
gonna do if you with a female that has a kid already? You gonna kick the kid out?
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I raised my girl kids. When I met her, Zach was like 1 year old. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's my guy, bro. That's my son. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Facts.
he me, and my biological is me. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nah. But I get where he going with it. But I still don't think it's, you know what I mean. I ain't gonna go that far to violate like that. But
Yeah, I don't think it's a mental illness.
Maybe,
nah, it's not
maybe
a middle.
maybe he went that way because the child he was raising was toxic and you or whatever. You know
They
what I'm
probably
saying?
flipped on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing about it, Shaquille O'Neal, father, he called his dad. That ain't his biological father.
Right.
The man that raised him,
Right.
that he loved, ain't his biological dad. The one that was slapping him all upside his head and shit.
Phil. Yeah.
Yeah, that ain't his biological dad.
Josh said it's crazy. T.K. Kirkland got 7 kids with 7 women. Who he think helped raising them kids?
That's crazy.
That's a good one, Josh.
Come on, man. Exactly.
That's
Yeah, I think you just
matter
have
of fact, you'll scratch that off the list, man. If I'd have known that, Josh, I would have never even put it as one of the topics, man.
Audacity, huh?
The
Josh?
audacity of this fool. The audacity of this fool, TK Kirkland. Did y'all see the story of the 6-year-old little black girl that killed the police in Michigan somewhere?
Yeah.
The mother supposedly had paid for a TV, came out, and they rushed her, whatever. Her receipt fell. She asked for help to put it in the trunk. And the police pulled up. Lady cop, white woman cop, whatever. The 6-year-old grabs a gun out the glove compartment. Her mother been showing her how to use it. Shoots the lady officer in the eye. Y'all seen that story?
I heard
Yeah,
about it. Was it legit though?
No. Fake as shit, man.
I'll be damned.
The only places I've seen it was TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
No credible.
No
news
credible
outlets.
news outlets. I've been seeing other podcasts speak on this like it's an official story. I'm talking about black men on their podcast saluting this 6-year-old, these conscious dudes, you know what I'm saying? And the 6-year-old, and they got off. They walked, and that's they supposedly the judge justified it so the little girl didn't go to jail and all this, right?
Now that's a mental illness.
So
Celebrating shit like that.
did y'all see the story where the Trinidadian man kills 5 ICE officers with a pipe bomb because they arrested his wife?
Of 30 years, right?
Y'all didn't see that one either?
Was that
Yeah.
fake?
That's fake also. So what's black people infatuation with killing police, man? Making these stories up, killing the police, man.
Because they suckers. They ain't gonna put no work in, so they be happy when they see somebody else do it.
Is it manipulation? Are they trying to manipulate the public to like kill the police? Is that what they're doing?
The guy from Black Lives Matter told us to get out there and get active.
He did.
Why he in the comfort of his mansion?
And the Black Lives Matter woman did too. But this is 2 stories in 1 week.
Right.
Why? What's going on?
It's been It's been 4 stories of airplane crashes all over the damn place too. Like it's like one side is trying to ignite one side against the other.
Yeah.
Now it could be that they are trying to push for a civil war. It don't take much. Take one side to hate the other one just as much as the other side hates you. And the wrong shot fired, and all of a sudden you got motherfuckers want to kill the police. The police want to kill any one of them. It's the social media age.
We don't want no war. We're gonna lose that shit on the first day.
No,
Yeah, we don't even need to be talking about war.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I just found that amazing.
That's the mental illness to create the story and then spread it, and then for the shit is viral. Nobody fact checked it.
So when it goes viral, they get paid. They get money for that. So that content shit, that's social media bullshit. It's manipulation.
Yeah.
Subliminal suggestion.
Yeah.
It's fake.
I just it's super whack. It's super whack, man. And of course, I know y'all want to get into the the Trump politics.
Oh Lord.
Can't keep up with boy. He moving so fast.
Yeah, wherever you want to start, Noah, because this nigga's all over the place, man.
South Africa or Palestine?
No, that's a fact, Dre. Fake news definitely spread quicker.
Trump is interfering in South Africa business, and he's taking over Gaza, man. I ain't gonna say he's taking over Gaza. He said what he said, Noah.
He's just making it a real estate auction. He said we own it, which is pretty much a clear intent to take it.
Did he
over.
say that? Don't be putting words in my
He said
man's
we
mouth.
own it. He said we own it in the press conference. That press conference was wild. But everything he said in that press conference was tapered down by White House officials after, and then kind of tapered down by his tweet as well after. Because initially he had said that when they asked him if he would want U.S. troops in Gaza, initially he said, like, he neither confirmed nor denied it, but said he's open to it. If necessary, he would bring U.S. troops there. And then afterwards he said, we wouldn't even need U.S. troops there in a tweet. But that they would still be owning it, but they might not need to actually have troops there.
So if they took the U.S. troops out of there, do they have U.S. troops over there now?
They have military bases in Jordan that they use to attack out of. There's U.S. troops stationed in Jordan, but there's nobody on the ground in Gaza, just from neighboring.
So what if they fixed it up and let Palestinians come back?
They're not gonna do that. They've asked
He
about
said
the
that. He said Palestinians, you got to give them a chance.
You really think he gonna fix it up? He gonna build us a house for us to live in, like just out of the kindness of his heart?
No,
Everything that
I don't think he's gonna let them.
Every country with all of his clear imperialist intentions to take over random shit like Greenland and just the way that he's talking about this shit, he's not being coy about it. He's just saying, yeah, this is a fantastic place. Everybody knows Gaza has the most untapped oil reserves because there's always been so much conflict in that region that nobody's ever even tried to deplete the resources. They're just laying there under Gaza. So he's mentioned how great it is. It's good location, good weather. He's talking about it like it's a real estate auction.
So what you think he gonna do? Just let all the Jews back?
Yeah, it's gonna be Jew and Americans are gonna. There's gonna be a lot of Americans there. I think he wants to make it a like beach. What did he call it? The Riviera of the Middle East. He wants to make it a Riviera for rich American Jews. It really is a nice location.
Shit, man, I might need to give me a spot out there then.
I don't think he's gonna let you. Sorry, you're not in the gold demographic.
Yo, oh shit, you probably
Neither am I.
You probably right. What you think, Kurt? You think the same thing?
Yes, see, what it is, he'll say or he'll make like little side hints as to what his real intent is. If you look back to his first administration, remember he moved, what was it, to the Holy City, to Tel Aviv or whatever. You know, it may not be that he want America to own it, but America owns the Israel government. Israelis by giving them all the bombs to make that place into a construction yard. He ain't talking about moving them people back. They are for the last, I don't know what, 40 years, Palestine has been getting smaller and smaller. First they had the PLO over Yasser Arafat. They got rid of them. And Netanyahu them up, erected the people that they fight now. They pushing them people off that land. And yeah, they might come in and use, they construction workers to build it up, but it ain't gonna be for no Palestinians. They gonna move them Palestinians all over the place. Illegal immigration is what it's called.
And he's already said that. And they asked him in that interview whether Palestinians would have the right to return in the second press conference he made about it when he invited Netanyahu to his house. In that press conference, they asked him, would Palestinians have the right to return? And he said, nobody wants to return there. They're going to be happy wherever they move to. He said they'd be moving to neighboring countries like Egypt, which has already no way in hell.
He said that for real?
Yeah. He said, nobody wants to return there. Nobody want to go live there. It's a construction site.
I can't defend everything the man says, bro. Like I'm not even trying
most
to.
of what he says.
If he said that, dang.
Yeah, that's crazy. Watch the two press conferences in full. The one where he's sitting next to Netanyahu and the one where he's alone. He says the craziest shit. Like, that's out a very clear plan.
But I'm not surprised. America is built off of that.
Yeah, but we started like America was isolationist for the longest. When Palestine was on the market, Palestine was colonized by the British Empire up until the early 1900s. At that point, America was offered to take over instead of the British mandate. They wanted to have an American mandate over Palestine and Jordan, and America refused it because for the longest throughout the 1900s, America did not want to really be all up in other people's wars. America didn't want to be taking land. Like they were very isolationist. They were not trying to develop an empire. That was the time of the British Empire when we were thinking like, oh, Britain is crazy. They want every country in the world. America was never doing that shit. Like he
But I
didn't.
mean,
Now
they don't sent hundreds of billions of dollars over there. I mean, they might as well at this point. All the money it probably was an
Investment
investment
the whole
from
time.
the jump the whole time. If they
yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
initially it was an investment in their political interests because having an ally in that region that they would do anything for and it went both ways. Like they had a really strong relationship with them for a reason. It was the perfect location to have an ally there. Everybody else there hates America. If any war erupted, they wouldn't have their interests safeguarded. And they also needed somebody that was able to take on Iran because at that point, the biggest country that they were scared of was Iran because of nuclear weapons. And Israel was like situated perfectly because they were already beefing with Iran too. But now it's like it's not they're not just seeing it. That's what happens when you bring a businessman. He's literally thinking more in like a real estate type way than he's even thinking about the safeguarding political interests. Like he's just trying to get in on that deal and get more actual financial benefits.
Dre said Trump too busy getting revenge. He like 50 Cent.
Everybody.
revenge
But
on who though?
the whole thing about that Middle East,
I
if
think
you put American troops on the ground, don't believe that Iran them is afraid. They will attack. They will blow your ass up. You know, and just to have Americans, especially in that region right there at Israel, it's going to, it'll create more, as they call
where
them.
they at now? Where they at now? Because you like the third person I heard say that. Where they at now?
Where who at?
Iran.
All of those
Sitting on
proxies,
top of their nuclear weapons.
Iran sent
Crossing the legs.
Iran sent 100 missiles to Israel, and the United States intercepted the missiles way from over here and knocked all them out the sky. What Iran gonna do, bro?
yeah. But if he have proxies that's right there in that part of the Middle East, see, Iran is all the way on the other side. So yeah, it probably was only something, but you can't catch them so suddenly if they shoot them from Lebanon or if they right there at the Gaza Strip. You know what I'm saying? So it's a political war, but at the end of the day, that's still those people's land. Now they being bullied like 50 cents or whatever. They just go
This been going on forever. We know it ain't their land. America wasn't their land.
right.
The
And
land
so
the land goes to the person in power. Alexander the Great went all over the goddamn world conquering lands and shit. He took them niggas way from where he was from, Greece or something. Them niggas went to India, Africa, all over conquering.
But the question is, do you believe that Donald Trump is serious about that? Yeah, he's serious.
Okay, yeah, that was the question.
Yeah, he's dead ass serious. And since he got so much blowback, he's gonna go back to the congressmen to agree with him because they're gonna cuddle up under him because they're afraid of what he could do to them in power. So they're gonna all go along with it. See, this country has agreed with Israel to bomb that whole land. Even when Biden was saying, stop all the bombing, let's have peace. It was never about peace, it was about destroying that land to the point where it was uninhabitable. So that when you push the people out, some, 4 or 5 million people, now you're going to renovate it and say this is prime land? That shit is wrong.
Hey, how do y'all feel about the young staff that Elon Musk have in charge of what is that? What they in charge of? No, the Treasury Department.
He put the insurrectionists in the IRS. Oh Lord.
He got some young dudes in charge of. They like 25 and 20 and 22.
Them the sons of the insurrectionists. God damn it. Them what?
What they in charge of, Noah?
I just know they're in the treasury. I don't know what the hell
Yeah,
they're
they like
doing.
it.
I
Yeah,
thought they're just young coders. I don't know.
they're doing. I guess they're auditing. I guess they're doing the audits. Yeah.
Really.
Do
I don't
y'all have a
know.
problem with them being so young?
How old are they?
25,
Between
22.
19 and 24.
Yeah.
These are the people that he said are the smartest. All those people that they already have hired, oh, they ain't so smart. See,
They gotta be elite. These some special kids, bro. There's kids out there that are brainiacs.
Yeah.
it's kids in there now that's brainiac.
Right. That's who he has.
You don't get people out of their job by saying either take the buyout or if you decide you're going to stay for a job that you already hired that you qualified for, then we're going to fire you anyway and still bringing these young motherfuckers.
The man said they're installing software on the agency systems. So if you know how to do the job, you know how to do the job. I ain't tripping about how old
He
they
had
are.
he has a 14-year-old that's a software engineer in his SpaceX program.
So they
14-year-old.
So instead of the wasteful spending that the government is going on now, they could be doing the spending. That's all that's what they're saying. We don't want y'all to spend on organizations that y'all been spending on. We want to spend it on what we want to spend it on. So we're
That's a
gonna get
fact.
rid of all of these people. You know,
all
you
the
talk about
excess, all
millions.
the excess spending we gonna stop that. We gonna stop the $50 million, the $50 million of condoms to Gaza and all that. We stopping that bullshit.
That's not
PJ, why you
no.
still talk about the condoms?
We not spending $50 million on condoms no more, man.
You
It's
calling out
over.
fake news? Show me anything that said that Hamas asked for condoms. Like this is.
I ain't gonna say they
stupid.
asked for it, but it was part of some kind of health, that World Health
It was
Organization.
help.
Young
It was
people,
aid
that's
for
the people.
Gaza and people that was dying, and that's the only type of aid that you keep harping on about. Talk
No,
about
nah,
the
for real. All
billions.
jokes aside,
Ignore the condoms. Ignore 50,000 of condoms and talk about the billions of bombs. The condoms were part
all
of
jokes
a
aside.
package for people that were obliterated by bombs. I don't care. And Trump is the only person. It's just Trump and his White House that was saying that they're condoms. No other entity or person or news or journalist has said that they were condoms. There's no sign of condoms.
Think about it though.
Man said it was
They're just
fake
gonna
news.
make it
Think about it, Maine, nor Kurt. Think about it. The last administration blew billions of dollars. So y'all seen Biden in action. He's retarded. His whole administration was retarded. I don't see it impossible for them people to literally put condoms on that as the headline to that list when they go over it. I don't see that impossible, man. I don't see it impossible. Ukraine just said that out of the $177 billion they were supposed to receive, they only received half of it.
Not even half.
That's bullshit too.
Everything's bullshit. Come on,
Because
now.
there's
Come
no
on.
the whole money that's supposed to arrive isn't arriving in Ukraine at like bank accounts. When you send a package of aid that's that huge, half of it is usually for work that's taking place in the United States to support, like paying labor. It goes into a billion types of ways. Read about how that money was spent on the entire package. Like I just read in it when I saw that headline. And that money wasn't supposed to go to Ukraine physically. Half of it was spent on the Ukraine problem, trying to help by paying people in America, just making payments within America. Not all of that was going to go there.
So how much was supposed to go to Ukraine?
I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but I know it wasn't more than 70% maximum was supposed to go to Ukraine. The rest was just going to be spent.
I don't think he's going to be lying and he's in bed with America. I don't think he's going to be lying on America and he's in bed with America. I don't think he's going to do that.
He's not lying on anything. He's just saying
military operates. How the military operates. Okay, if they're appropriate.
Kurt, you sound muffled. Is it my headphones or something? Kurt, you sound muffled.
I sound muffled.
You don't sound muffled to you?
Do it sound muffled now?
Nah, it don't sound muffled now, no.
All right, listen to this. This is how the military works and government. If they appropriate $60 billion for foreign aid, at least 30-40% of that is spent on the bodies on the ground in America. You know, in the shipping the guns or the shipping the bombs or
I get that.
or the medical stuff. But ain't no way ain't no way in hell that that's real news or that's real reported news that they gave Gaza no
Yo, the president of Ukraine said it.
said
think-
that they gave that many $1 million worth of condoms to Gaza. What?
No, he didn't say that. No, there's two different things.
He just was saying that they didn't receive the full amount, but he wasn't saying that, oh, America robbed us. Like, read the exact words of what he said. Like, that's just how it's been portrayed. But the exact words were just like, yeah, that's the money we received. We didn't receive the full amount of money. But there was no real like, he wasn't alluding to wrongdoing or any of that. That was just how the story was spun. He was just saying that's the amount we received.
It's not wrongdoing when they say we give you $60 billion worth of aid. It ain't gonna be 60 billion bullets, or you know what I'm saying? It's going to be whatever.
All right,
it's
but
going-
out of 177 billion, he said he didn't receive nowhere near half of that.
A lot of it was spent on shipping and receiving, bodies on the ground to have to count that in America.
Even the
By the time
humanitarian aid considered.
By the time they ship that shit, it's just like receiving a income tax check. They say you're gonna get this much back, but then they gotta take some taxes off before they send it to you. Or you won the lottery. You won 100 million, you ain't gonna get that 100 million because you gotta pay the taxes and what it's gonna cost to process.
I don't believe nothing they say, bro. I don't believe nothing from the last administration. I believe they was misusing money, stealing money. They still saying there's a bunch of money missing from her Kamala's campaign. It's like, come on. If this was Trump, y'all would be all over it.
It is Trump. Trump
No,
took
it's not
money
Trump.
from the
What are you
RNC. Trump took money from the RNC to pay his legal fees. So it's been
No, we're not
corrupt.
talking about Trump right now. We're talking about money that was sent to Ukraine and
But you
Israel.
talking
That was on
about
Biden's
Biden.
watch.
Okay, well, we talk about what happened in Trump's watch and what he will and won't do. He's saying it like, you know, whatever the corruption is in government, it don't happen on his watch. That's bullshit. That's in politics. When they appropriate all that money, believe me, somebody is greasing somebody.
What corruption you talking about?
And you just said Ukraine said they got less than half. Okay, that's what happens.
That doesn't, dog. Can you please tell him that don't got nothing to do with Trump?
I know that. I'm saying, but
What you saying?
in regards to how they doing business, and that happened in the Trump administration when he was in office. That happened in Clinton's administration when he was in office.
No, bro.
That's part of politics, bro. I've been in the military.
What
and
I'm
I
saying,
know,
this is what I'm asking you. Do you have a specific situation where it was some corruption over some money that you heard about, read about, or something?
I just told you.
Which one was that? What you said?
Donald Trump RNC, he robbed them and made them pay his legal fees. That wasn't meant for that. That come from the American people. You're not supposed to use campaign funds to pay for no legal defense.
Okay.
You know, so it always happened in politics. You know, so one finger is pointing one way, but three fingers is pointing back at you. It's not a Democrat or Republican thing. It's a political thing. That's how they do business, especially when they're doing business with overseas governments. That's how they do business.
Yeah, but that don't equate to all this money they don't send overseas.
Didn't he pay like no taxes in 2020 and like
Oh my God.
hundreds in taxes for 3 years? Does that not bother you?
She
at
was
all?
thinking too. She was thinking hard, boy.
Does that not bother you? You talk
No,
about
that don't bother me. Why would that
You know-
bother me? The same, like he told Hillary,
Smart.
the same tax breaks that I get, you can get.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not. They all get the same tax break. Hillary Clinton, Bill
Yes,
Clinton,
they get the same.
none of them are paying taxes, no. If he's
All of
able
that-
to write off all this shit and not pay taxes, they all are. You think he's
Wait,
the only
but
one
then-
doing it?
But then doesn't that all falls up under the same banner that we talking about wasteful spending?
No, it don't.
Why not?
Because
Well,
that's
the
his
average
that's
person
his
needs to-
business. That's his personal life. What's waste? What are you talking about? Wasteful spending. That don't got nothing to do with him.
It has wasteful spending when it
That's
deals
not the
with
government money. He's not fouling the government money. That's his money. That's his business money. He's fouling
what's going
tax.
on. What's going on in Social Security ain't government.
You worried
Ain't
about the
government.
wrong thing. Now you talking about Social Security and all that. He don't need Social Security. He a
They
billionaire.
We not
He
talking
don't
about
need to
that.
collect Social
Okay,
Security. He's a
let me
billionaire.
argue that. We not talking about. We talking about who runs the Treasury. The Treasury runs
No,
Social Security.
we're not talking about that. We was talking about
Talking about
Nor said he didn't pay taxes.
no, but you said that it's how Elon Musk them said they're going in and they cleaning up all of this corrupt
I
money
said
and
that
stuff.
30 minutes ago. We done moved
Yeah, but
on from
that's
that.
what the whole conversation is about. You know, the way cleaning up the wasteful spending, where he's gone into the treasurer and talking about, holding up everybody else's money. That ain't got nothing to do with him.
Did they hold up your money? Is your money being
I,
held up?
my checks don't come until the third Wednesday. I'm waiting to see.
Ain't nothing
But,
being held up. No, ain't
yeah,
nothing being held up, Kurt.
people filed lawsuits to stop it. The
It's not
federal
being held
judge,
up, bro. It wasn't being held. If you would have did the research and read the memorandum they put out, you would have saw that they're not stopping your Medicare. It wasn't going to affect your
it
Social
has nothing to do
Security
with it.
or your Medicare. Y'all
The
gotta
Treasury
y'all gotta stop
Department,
looking at. Y'all have to stop looking at headlines, reading headlines, and just
that's
going
what
off the
it sounds like
headlines.
you doing,
You
though.
have to do the research. If you would have
That's what
did the research, you would have saw that it wasn't going to affect Social Security and Medicare.
Maine
who,
said
okay,
Trump ran the
who do
deficit
Social
up more than
Security
any
fall upon?
president in U.S. history.
Who do the Social Security benefits, the money being processed out of the government? Where does it come from? It comes from the Department of Treasury. So when you say, okay, you held up that particular policy, but I got Elon Musk going into private data of American people that have worked all their life, and he pulling out data with these little 18, 14, 15-year-old boys, yes, that has something to do with the Social
Okay,
Security.
Kurt, what are you trying to argue right now? That you're not gonna get your Social Security check? The
No,
American
that's
people,
not, I'm
the
arguing
American people. Hold on, Kurt. Your argument is the American people. He put on hold the American people's
that
Social
ain't the
Security
argument
check.
I just had. That's not, see,
I can't. If you
try-
talking while I'm talking, I can't hear you.
trying to interject something that you think I said, and that's not what I said, DJ.
I'm asking you. That's why I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. What is it that you're saying? That they're
That's,
stopping the Social Security
that's
check?
not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is the Department of Treasury, where Elon Musk he put his people in place, and they are gaining access to people's data as far as their Social Security, whatever comes out of the treasury or out of the government, you put in a non-elected official, then he's trying to skirt where they had to put that other policy on hold so that he can go into the treasury. If you take control of America's money, where all of your money come from, whether it's coming from Social Security or wherever it's coming from, then you could stop the whole country. That's they
Oh,
saying it.
you
That's
talking
illegal.
you talking that fear mongering talk, bro. They listen when he put a hold when they put the hold on when Trump did that hold, they specifically told you what they what was gonna be on hold and what wasn't gonna be on hold. The shit didn't even last 24 hours anyway, so I don't even know why we talking about this. But you talking about
Shit didn't
Social
last
Security,
because
even if it was on hold, Social Security and Medicare was never going to be affected. Period.
Then what was the reason for taking people out of the treasury and putting Elon Musk
I
people
don't know
in?
what people he took out of the treasury.
He gave all of those people that option to either resign and take the buyout policy, take the buyout thing that he's trying to bribe them with, or you could just stay on and we're gonna
Okay.
find him.
Okay, so if he did that, then it's a new regime, man. Companies do it all the time. Businesses do it all the time. America is a business. Right
Well
or wrong,
then,
Noah?
no.
This a capitalist country. It's a business. America's
It's not a business. A capitalist
Oh my
country doesn't make it a
you
business.
You just want to go against me. Go
If
ahead,
you want
man.
to talk about, if you want to keep talking about wastefulness and
Go
claiming
ahead,
this as
man.
if we just cost cutting for the fuck of cost cutting, that's not what we're doing. There's basic things that people need to maintain a basic quality of life. We can't run this like a business, because if we wanted to run this like a business, none of this makes sense. Healthcare, social security, we could just scratch all that. That's what pure capitalism is. If we're talking about capitalism means it's a business, then no healthcare for nobody, no social security, none of that shit makes any business sense. And we can't run it completely like a business. There's a reason that that's not the case.
Why we can't run America? China does it.
No, it does. One, I don't think it does. China has a lot of socialist programs. China's not a
Y'all coming with these terms. China is running their country like a business. That's why they're winning.
What do you
Y'all
mean by
talking about these technical terms and titles and stuff. Forget all of that. China is running their country like a business. That's why they're winning.
They're not winning.
Communists.
What are they winning?
Who?
They're winning. They're winning in the technology field. They're winning shit on the GDP basis. We're in debt to China, trillions of dollars, aren't we? Isn't America in debt to China, trillions of dollars? How they not winning? The most powerful country in the world is in debt to China, trillions of dollars.
Where you get your figures from?
That's wrong.
I just asked you, where are you getting your figures from?
It just popped in my head. Is that wrong?
Yeah, I think it is.
So America is not in debt to China?
Yeah, I'm saying where you say, China is leading in tech. China buys them boards from us, from America.
As of January 2023, United States owed China $859 billion.
How much do they owe?
$859 billion as of 2023.
That was 2 years.
America owes China.
Yeah, but you said they lead in the tech world. When I don't think that's
I just said we was in debt to them, trillions of dollars. I just proved that we in debt to them. I mean, I'm paying attention to the world, what's going on in the world.
We owe
China,
we owe Japan $1 trillion.
actually, we owe Japan $1 trillion. Sorry, but actually, if you see the advancement of what they have going on in China, then you would know. Just look at Japan. Look at China. Look at Tokyo. Look at their trains. Look at their airports. Look at the AI. They're beating us in AI.
What does that
Yeah,
mean,
but
though?
that's because
Where
they
do
have
you
such
think
low
trade comes
costs.
from?
They have child labor. Like, what are we thinking is causing that?
Hey,
Pure
but-
capitalism? No.
But no matter
Like,
what,
all of these things are extensions of the state. Like, you can't. China is so centralized. Like, even the biggest companies that earn the most revenue are tied to the state. Even importing companies, exporting companies, they're all like tied to the state. So it's like, and all of that money is also like trade debt from these state-owned organizations that are selling to U.S. consumers. So it's not like that debt we're not benefiting from. And it's like, yeah, like that's not a form of capitalism that they have going on. That's just a form of like state. I don't know. It's like state-owned capitalism.
okay. All I said was
dictatorship. a little.
they're ahead of us. You're saying that's because they have what you said, the low labor rates and all
Yeah,
that.
the child labor.
I'm not trying to figure out.
no minimum wage.
I'm not trying to figure out how they got to that point. All I know is they're at that point. It don't matter how they got there.
It doesn't matter if it was through child labor.
No, it don't matter,
2
man.
cents an
No.
hour.
See,
But-
that's why I would never vote for a woman president. That's why.
Right.
That's why right there. You worried about the wrong thing.
Why?
You worried about the wrong thing. Because if it
Because
takes
I'm
us-
worried about child labor. I don't even have children. You have like 5.
if it takes child labor for us to be number one in AI and technology,
Why
then
do I-
child labor it is.
That's not.
my thought on that is this. The Chinese people ain't winning. The Chinese government is. So do I want this government to
They
win?
keep moving the goalposts. They just come up with something.
All right, BJ, if you're willing to sacrifice your freedom and your kids' freedom because you want to be number one in everything, then so
No,
be it.
no,
more
not my
freedom.
kids.
Everybody go to work. Let's
Not
go to
my
work. Let's go to
freedom.
work for free. Let's go.
Wait. I never said my freedom
You said
or
that
my
it's right.
kids'
Let's be
freedom.
Number one.
I never said
Let's
that.
be number
But if you end up like China and winning, that's what will happen. It'll be about your kids and you.
No, it won't, because I'll be
Yeah, the
part.
government dragging your 12-year-old kid to go work in a mine for $5 an hour. That's what it'll be about.
No,
You
they
could dra-
actually own the mines in Africa. They're actually in Africa getting their stuff from Africa like we do.
So they send their kids as soldiers over there to fight.
Yeah, yeah. The stuff that you use they use to make cell phones and spaceships that go out of space and that material. I forgot the name of that material.
But America makes the chips,
America makes what?
the chips that go in it.
Oh, okay.
That's what this whole trade war is about. You know, we shipping them the chips that go like in the iPhones and the different computer
Yeah, I know what you're
chips,
talking about.
you
All
know,
right.
so
One thing about it, everything is made in China, man. Everything that comes over here to America is made in China, man. Everything.
not the chip.
Man, China makes our military clothing, makes our military weaponry, our military vehicles. China makes. What are we talking here?
But they make it at the price of charging them.
What
giving
are
them
we talking about? It don't matter. They shouldn't be making it at all. That's the point.
Then the only way we gonna beat them out is that if we start putting our little small kids to work coming out of fourth grade.
No, it's not that's come on, man.
That is
Stop it.
the government's job.
Stop
is
it,
to
man.
protect and provide.
When y'all had the factories back in the days when y'all had Ford and all that, the factories was over here. Was it little kids working in there? It was grown people working in there. As many jobs as we need over here, we need to create our own stuff. We need to be making our own stuff over here. America needs jobs, good paying jobs. Yeah. Why y'all keep talking this kid stuff? Like, when has America ever put kids to work? Come on,
No,
man.
they put grown men to work for
After
kids.
slavery.
You know, the average job in America, like in warehousing and stuff like that, in America, they making $15, $16 an hour. Amazon.
Are kids working in there?
No, you got grown people
Okay.
making the salary of somebody that's coming out of high school. That's what a high school student can live off of in America.
Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's dumb. People that work there choose to work there. That's it. What huh?
That's how China is winning.
Y'all
Because
keep
they-
telling me, yeah, listen to what y'all saying. Y'all keep telling me how China is winning. I keep saying I don't care. I don't care how they winning. They're winning. Don't tell me how this football team is winning. Don't tell me if I'm the Giants, don't tell me how the Jets keep winning. The point is they're winning. We
There's
gotta
lots
find
of
a way to
ways
win.
win.
We gotta find a way to win it. Y'all trying to tell me, they're winning, but they're winning wrong. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that could justify anything. It's easy to win when you're playing foul. Like, that could justify anything. That justifies the war in
my
Palestine. That
God.
justifies colonialism. That justifies taking over countries. Everything's about winning, winning, winning. Then, all right, if all
There's
that
no
matters is
such
winning.
thing as foul when you're winning a world race.
Okay, so enslave
No, no.
enslave people.
Yeah, that justifies anything.
Oh,
That
wait. You got help?
I
Who's
got
that?
a friend in the back.
Wait,
She's like,
hold up. You got help? No. Oh, wait a minute. Yo,
ad-libs in the
hold
back.
up, no. What you got going on? What do you have going on over there?
She's feeding me
But,
information.
but anyway,
You just not hearing her. She been talking.
I thought that was a TV or something.
She been on your ass the whole time, bro.
I don't like that.
BJ,
like
you
that.
crazy, man.
But all right, so I'm sure y'all don't like. Trump is saying he's preparing to abolish the Department of Education. So we got Dredd that was talking about that earlier. Miami,
Am I alone?
Josh. We got a few dudes that I guess this is the worst thing that's happening in America right now. So what is that, Noah? Trump is abolishing the Department of Education. He's sending it back to the state. Is that a bad thing too, Noah? Is that terrible too?
What do you talk about sending it back to the state?
Ain't that what he's talking about?
I didn't.
Control,
Yeah, that's what he talking about.
Rather,
No. Can I at least know her name? Damn.
Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah.
That's a Haitian name.
no, it's not.
She's half Arab, half Armenian. She's Syrian
Okay.
Armenian.
But okay, so what is that about?
I actually didn't read about him trying to make it. I assume he's talking about making it state-owned, like state governed rather than federal. I'm not against that. I think the whole federal thing makes no sense to me. I
Jesus
didn't.
Christ, we agree on something. I know
Yeah, I
Kurt.
think the
I
federal.
know Kurt ain't agreeing with this shit.
No,
I
I'm
think
not.
all things that are federally governed should be state
No,
governed.
I don't agree. No, I don't agree with it. You know why?
Why you don't?
Just like with, at one point, Roe versus Wade was federal. We pushed it back to the states. Well, the states have to decide on who gets money or not. You
Right.
push all that money where, like the red state, they will supply the rich or well-to-do white kids for better education. Those inner city schools, like public schools, 61 or 16 in New York, they're gonna give them very little funds. You're not gonna get a lot of funds because it's not a red state. So the amount of money that's going to go to the school system, they're going to get subpar education. And those will be the people that'll be unreliable or untrained for the higher paying jobs because their education level won't be funded the proper way.
Why would it be subpar education?
Because
The curriculum the curriculum will change because the feds won't
well,
gonna
no,
stop
the
funding.
amount of money coming from the states won't go to the schools in lower income families. You'll have Xerox copy textbook. You'll have you'll have Android phones instead of iPhones.
First of all my phones is Android. So I don't even understand that. I don't even see why that's a problem. Second of all, I don't like my kids using laptops and all that. I want them to go back to the textbooks and Xerox copies and all that. I want mine to go back to that. I don't want them coming home with these laptops every day. I'm against that. I actually called the school and tried to get Eli to keep his laptop at school. I don't even want him with a laptop. Real talk. But they said I would have to take it up with Gwinnett County Department of Education. But I don't see how, because Trump is saying he's giving the Department of Education back to the state, that is going to mess with the curriculum and subpar. It's going to turn the schools into subpar education. I don't understand that.
Because the inner city schools will not get funded as richly as the suburban schools. A lot of the inner city kids
They
won't
don't get it now.
They don't.
They don't get it now.
right because they have underfunded the school. Well, I take that back. Basically, that comes from a lot of black people. They look at the census as some way of the government trying to find out who in their house. They don't fill out them census forms, which come around every 10 years. See, that's something, civics is one topic they didn't teach us in school because we were getting subpar education. They wasn't teaching us physics and trigonometry in the black school district as they were teaching the educational system in the other part of the city that were basically the well-to-do cities. See, the census form, they count bodies. They just count, okay, it's 6 people in that house, 6 people, and they put it together, and then they send them numbers to the House Ways and Means Committee so that they can appropriate enough funds for that geographic area. If the black community only say, we got 20 people over here in North St. Louis, then why would they put money into a school system that only got 20 students? They would prefer to just go ahead and bus those students and send them to the county schools. That's where the money is going.
Somebody help me out in the chat. Should the education system be ran by the federal government, or should it be ran by the individual states?
And I guess so. The simple fix to that is lie on the census form. Say you got 10 kids in your house.
No, just tell how many people in there. Just tell exactly, okay, I got 4 people. You don't have to give out names and social security number and birth certificate. You don't have to do all that with the census form. Census form is just a collection of numbers so that they can know how many people is in a geographic area.
So, all right. So Noah, Kurt, you're against it because you feel like it's gonna be not appropriate Well, they're not gonna send the money to the state. Won't be. Well, then you got to take that up with your mayor and your governor then.
It's your local government.
With your local government then. You know what? I'm glad Trump is doing that. So that's one thing y'all can't blame Trump about. You know what I mean? But Nora, you're for that.
I don't think it's something the president should be doing. I don't think the president should be able to remove something that Congress created. I think this is my whole issue with everything Trump is doing. He's just completely destroying the separation between the executive and the legislative. This is not a president should not be able to make that decision. And it will fail. I doubt anything's going to go for it. Just like most of his things end up getting overturned by court, it's at least going to be like paused until a judge gets to decide whether or not a president is allowed to do that. But I don't think he should be. But I'm not fully against it. I don't think that, like my friend just pointed out, like obviously in Florida and Arkansas, if you let these states run their own curriculum, like if you let them govern the whole thing, I think it could be dangerous for some states like Florida. I think it could be dangerous but I think it's also dangerous at a federal level. Like you have these anti-vaxxers that are completely against all sorts of vaccination that are in federal government right now. So it's not like there's
Well,
safe.
truthfully, he's not doing nothing wrong because education is not a fundamental right in the U.S. Constitution. So he's not doing anything wrong. He's actually correct. Truthfully,
Per the Constitution, you weren't a human being.
I didn't even hear her. She better get on the mic for real. What she said? Noah?
She ain't saying nothing.
Right. Yeah, but it's not a constitutional right. So the feds is not obligated to even educate your child. It's up to the state from jump.
It's still going to increase disparities between education levels in different states.
That's gonna happen regardless. It's been happening. Just like the vaccines that y'all took is different. No, Nora, you might have got the good stuff.
I got mine in London. I didn't even get mine.
Oh, you definitely got the good
stuff. I got mine in Europe.
Kurt, you got the water whip. You got
Whatever. I didn't catch it.
You got that shit that was whipped up. They cut that shit 20 times.
You know, they did the same thing with the Tuskegee Institute. Them vaccines were used to.
That's a fact. That's why I don't take nothing. I don't let the government shoot nothing in my body, in my kids' bodies, nothing. I don't get my kids immunized, vaccinations, nothing.
Let's say for this sake, you are healthy, pretty healthy, right?
Yeah.
Back in your days coming up, you couldn't even get in school unless you was vaccinated against certain.
If you wasn't immunized, but yes, you could. Yes, you could. We got in school.
Well, immunization is the same thing as a vaccine.
No, I'm just saying when it comes to school, it's immunizations. That's
they call it immunization,
Yeah.
but what it is they shot you with all of the different vaccines to keep you from developing whatever.
No, you still could have got in school. That's not the problem. You just gotta go online, print out the exemption form, and say it's against your religion. It's that simple. And no problem.
But the majority of us, our families follow the science, and
No, of course, because of lack of knowledge.
You know, we didn't catch chicken pox or polio and all of them different things
because of lack of knowledge. That's why when the Jews, when they had the what's the outbreak they just had up there in New York, North, the measles.
Okay, you don't have to go to school.
Last year they had an outbreak up there. It was measles? It
or
wasn't chicken pox.
Hand, foot, and mouth.
Huh?
And foot and mouth, the one that get the kids.
It was like mumps or something. Y'all just had an outbreak.
Yeah, mumps, I think.
Yeah, y'all just had an outbreak. It was like
I don't remember.
Williamsburg. Basically, it was the Jewish community because they don't take. If someone came back from whatever country they came from and it spread it like wildfire, they don't take vaccines and immunizations and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But once again, they don't go to public schools. They don't go to public schools.
They had an outbreak. You follow the science.
Yeah.
You know, science is one thing that makes the world go round.
The only reason you and your family are able to not get immunized and not be crippled with any disease is because you live in a country that has had good public health policies for quite a long time so that the minority can benefit from the fact that the majority is immunized. If you were in any other country, you couldn't afford that luxury to not immunize. Like that's why there's certain countries. When I traveled to Cambodia, I had to get malaria vaccines. I had to get like 7 vaccines to be allowed to legally enter the country. Because if I didn't, I would have just got bit by a mosquito and got malaria. Because they don't have that public health that makes it seem like anybody could just go in there and not get immunized.
I understand that.
So that's why, so it's a luxury for you to be able to not let the government put anything in you. And the only reason that luxury exists is because people were kind of forced to take vaccines by limiting their access to schools.
Well, I mean, they should. I mean, certain people got to take them, especially if you're coming from other countries. So you got to take them because you're coming from other countries. I'm not going nowhere. I'm sitting right here. When that COVID and all that was going on, I sat right here. I ain't going nowhere. They talking about, yo, Jamaica, we could go to Jamaica. They not making you do this. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't want to go nowhere. I stayed right in Georgia. And guess what? Georgia ain't do none of that shit. Georgia was wide open. Georgia, Florida, and Texas was open the whole time, while New York had y'all wearing masks and taking shots. And all the other Democratic, no, you should be a Republican. All the stuff the Democrats did to you, I know, like, come on.
Well, they say like Republicans ain't did nothing. Republicans ain't did nothing but right.
No, they didn't want to take no vaccines.
I didn't want to take the vaccine because it was so rushed and I didn't feel like I had any reason to believe or not believe in it. Like, it's not like I had a great conspiracy. I just did it. It was too fast and I didn't believe in it. But it's like, I just needed it to go to college. I don't feel like it wasn't even the Democrats. It was my university that made me do it. I couldn't go to class without it. And I couldn't get my degree without it.
That's
But
crazy.
I don't resent the government. I resent my university.
And now they saying you didn't even need the vaccine.
I got the vaccine 3 times and I got COVID 4 times.
You and Don in the same boat.
I got like 7 total. Yeah.
Don still carry his card around. Don still got his card in his wallet.
I got mine. People continue to think that vaccines keep you from getting it. It doesn't. It keeps you from experiencing the extreme conditions that come with it.
I was
What you talking about?
hospitalized for one of them.
You talking about the vaccine?
Yeah, that's what all the vaccine does.
Yeah, that's what they told you.
I was hospitalized for one of them and I was like 20 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, you had no business putting that in your body.
No business.
I know some people.
Allah already had you protected. But see, you came over here to America. You let America what's the word? Corrupt you. You let America corrupt you, and you just abandon all your
My
faith.
parents is the biggest vaxxers in the world. My parents will vax me with anything. My parents is health freaks. And back at home in my country, like I was getting rabies vaccines. I was getting all types of vaccines. We love vaccines. Nobody corrupted me. I just thought I wouldn't need to do that shit in America, but I've been doing it my whole life. I got like 20 vaccines in my rap sheet.
Truthfully, I think if you would have printed out that paper and said it was against your religion, I think the school would have let you in.
I doubt it. They were taking that shit seriously. We were getting sticks shoved up our nose every morning before class. And the shit was crazy.
Nadia had to take vaccines too?
Nadia had to take vaccines. We went to the same school. She's still getting COVID shots. She got one last month. She's crazy.
Oh, she's terrible. She's terrible. Yeah, she's terrible. She's terrible.
You won't get one.
She said, I have to get 6 COVID shots because you won't get one.
She's terrible. That's terrible, man. It was something else. Look, what you sent me, Noah? You sent me something.
Oh, it's something you reminded me of when you was talking about.
Oh, BJ, I got one question for you. When I'm gonna get 2 of my push-ups?
What push-up? What push-up?
I forgot.
Now all of a sudden you got a brain freeze.
What was the bet?
What was the bet again, Kurt? I got so much going on.
We made a bet. He said he had not heard Kamala Harris attach herself to the black community until
I
after.
said no. I said I did not hear Kamala say she was black. She was black not one time.
Right, and I sent you the clip. Well, way back in 2012 when she got elected to.
I wasn't talking about 20. I'm talking about when she was running for presidency. I
You
said y'all
said period.
I said y'all was voting for.
I told you way back when she was going to the HBCU college, she had always attached herself to be half black and half South Asian. She's always done that. When she started
Okay.
running for president, her
I'll
whole
give you a
thing
push-ups,
is,
man. Fuck it. But I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about when I don't care what she was saying in 2012. Why would I care about that? I didn't even know her in 2012. I'm talking about all of y'all voted for her because she was a black woman running for presidency. And I said she never was black. She never once said she was black. That's what I said.
well, you just said, and you just said again, but if you go all the way back to 2012, she's always attached herself
All
to
right, so
her.
show me the clip in 2012 where she said she was black.
I already sent it. I texted it to you. Look on your text. It's on there.
All right, I'm checking. I had your how many push-ups I owe you?
It's the same amount as this million people that Donald Trump's supposed to deport. It's 100
All right.
on call.
Nah, I ain't doing on call. You ain't gonna have me doing push-ups on the podcast, bro.
I was kind of black.
You can call you call me when we get off.
And that's why I know you like Donald Trump. You always want to change the agreement once it's made and you lost. You can't change. It was on call.
I'm trying to see. I got you though, Kurt. No, what was it that you sent me? You sent me something and blamed me for it.
Oh shit.
What I sent you a baby for it.
I'm trying to hold on.
Wait, I want to bring up something else. You know, you was talking about that whole the weak shit that like if you're more powerful, you can do whatever it takes to get to number one, even if you have to do foul play. I was watching that. Did you watch that Kanye West interview where he was talking about his son? The name of his new album is Bully, and he was explaining the name of his album and talking about his little kid that was in the playground, and then he suddenly like kicked a little kid he was playing with, and then his father goes, "Why you kicked him?" And he goes, "Because he was weak." And then he said, "Damn, my son's a bully."
Who said that? Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye, and that's why he named his new album Bully.
Man,
So what
Kanye's
you think
a
about that?
clown.
Is that the mentality that you're supporting when you talk about America's power and how we could just bully weaker countries and to get to number one? What would you say to your kid if you felt like he was a bully?
Kanye's a clown. And nah, I wasn't talking about that. I don't agree with nothing, no kind of manipulation when it come to kids, when it come to children. Children are the only innocent things, human beings in this country, on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't play when it comes to kids.
So you wouldn't teach your kid that if they're stronger than somebody else, that they could just, that's how you get to number one?
No, I took Eli out of MMA because he was becoming a bully in school.
Damn, I should have asked him about that. Something.
This is the thing that you talk about. I was blaming you for the Elon Musk, Zuckerberg shit.
Do you think Elon Musk is white supremacist?
Yeah.
Do you think you think he hate Muslims?
I don't know who he hates and likes. I can't tell that. I just know from his actions that he believes that white people are worthy and deserve more privilege in life. And he doesn't believe there's any reason to change that. And he's fighting against changing that through his actions. He thinks it's absolutely crazy for any government to take any action that supports, even whether in South Africa or in America, that might change the power dynamics of the top 1% white people owning everything. He's very in support of that mentality and believes that's the status quo and that's the way it should stay.
Zah, you think Elon Musk is a white supremacist?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know if it was fake news, but Elon Musk was just posting something about Black Jesus.
Yeah, I saw that. Nah, that wasn't fake news.
Yeah, he was posting up the picture of the Black Jesus. So
No, is your Jesus black?
He's Palestinian. He was born in Palestine.
What color is your Jesus?
My dad's color. He's
This
Arab.
is good.
born in
I'm glad you
Palestine.
brought that up, Zah. I got her now. What color is your Jesus, Noah?
He's Palestinian. That's what he was born in Nazareth.
That's not a color.
It don't matter if he's
Yeah.
brown. He was brown.
I got her, Zah.
you got
He
her.
was brown. That was the story I was taught. I don't know. Everybody teaching the story different.
You got her, brother.
What color
Quran-
is
the Quran don't
Palestinian?
teach you a color, but in the Torah, in the Bible, they said he had hair of wool and skin of bronze. You know, but I don't know why
bronze.
I've been a pale picture of a white man on the wall my whole life. You know what I
He's
mean?
not
But
white.
the Pope been showing you a black Jesus on his wall. Elon Musk just came out with the picture of the brother. But like I said, we ain't gonna go on about that. That's either here nor there. We know we got a higher power. Believe in Allah, man.
I know one thing: ain't no Palestinian got woolly hair.
They do. What are you talking about? I'm gonna send you a billion pictures. My
I
hair
ain't
not
see it.
woolly enough for you.
Your hair is not woolly.
I'm gonna send you pictures. I'm gonna send you for you. You should see my sister hair. I'm gonna send you pictures of my sister's hair.
Do you think, Zah, do you think reparations should go to all black people or just FBA, like foundational black Americans? So when you say when I say all black people, it's like Jamaicans, Caribbean people, like black Puerto Ricans, black Cubans, black Panamanians, Trinidadians, Guyanese people, all black people, or reparations coming from America should just be specific for black Americans?
I think they all should get it because I think it's been a struggle and it's been a uphill battle in all of those nationalities you just called out. I believe it's all been in a slavery moment at some point in the journey in those nationalities that you just said. So yeah, I believe that.
I already know what you would say, no, but what if you was giving out reparations, you would give it out to all black people or just black Americans?
I think I would approach it by just descendants of slaves first and foremost, just because one from that mindset of we're already not getting any reparations. So if you start like the most realistic prospect would be to give it to descendants of slaves. If you're talking all black people, does that include Jamaican immigrants, Caribbean immigrants, like Puerto Rican immigrants? Like the number could get astronomical is what I'm saying. Africa is the biggest continent too. There's a lot of like the most feasible way for America to approach it would be to start with descendants of slaves.
Oh, okay. We I
She
think
surprised you with that one.
yeah. I don't like agreeing with her too much. Yeah. I think I say yeah, if America was ever to come with reparations, I would say that it should be specific for black Americans. I feel like Kurt, how you feel? You feel like who you feel reparations should go to? Black Americans or all black people? West Indians, black Spanish people that's over here in America, Jamaicans, Haitians that's over here in America, or just specifically for black Americans?
Because it falls up under America, I think it just should be black Americans. Those that are descendants born in America that had to suffer through the atrocity. It's just as they did with the Jews. The Jewish people coming to America, they gave them grants. They could open up businesses and different things of that nature, which would close the divide between the rich and the poor, or take them out of poor status and move them to middle class, but that would be an astronomical feat because there's millions of black Americans that, through no fault of their own, maybe they was born into it, maybe they was just too damn lazy to get up off their ass and do something, but the cycle continues. The disparity in funding in the black community and the whole 9 yards. Like I say, I grew up in the project, but I came from people that are descendants of slaves. You know what I'm saying? And they came up from Mississippi. So everything we got, we had to struggle to get on our own, go to school, underdeveloped schools, and just gain what knowledge we could. You know what I'm saying? Until we start learning about doing research, where we came from, and, the greatness that was with our people. So the reparations should go to the black America.
Yeah, I say reparations from American government should just go to black Americans. Anybody that's in America from another country got to get reparations from their country.
From their country, they did like England did it with Prince Charles them to those descendants, we gave them reparations. America is the only one that's holding on to the money. Like, we ain't giving them nothing. They've gotten rich off of 100 years of free labor.
Yeah, I'm not with that. Noah, how do you feel about Gaddafi?
Sorry, I didn't expect that.
Wait a second,
He's
man.
wild.
Nadia, what's so funny?
He's crazy. I think he's one of the most horrible dictators in the Middle East.
What?
I think he did a lot of horrible shit. Yeah, Gaddafi was horrendous. Gaddafi would torture every political opponent. Gaddafi was a full-blown dictator. Anybody that said no to him would get tortured. Gaddafi ran that place like insanely, like a movie.
Nora, do your co-pilot want the link? We can send her the link.
She's like literally half asleep. Like I don't know why she's still talking.
No, she sound woke to me.
She definitely sound woke to me.
Nadia, anything on Gaddafi?
She definitely sound woke to me.
Yeah, I don't. You like him, BJ?
Gaddafi was my man, though. What, Zah? What you? How you?
I don't
feel
like how
about
he
Gaddafi?
died. I think he had a very nasty death, but he probably did deserve it. He was like brutalized. He was
Yeah, they
sodomized.
did him. They
He was,
did
like,
him
a bull
dirty.
that was,
But
like,
once again, America did that. America did that when he was gonna start his own World Bank. When he was gonna start his own World Bank, when he took all the natural resources and gold and all that stuff and said he was gonna make them pay for it. And when he offered $1 billion to Louis Farrakhan, they flipped on him.
Man, Gaddafi gave the whole country free Medicare.
Facts.
He sent the kids to college.
Facts.
Even if the kids came to America, he paid for. It's
Facts. Facts, Noah.
It's amazing things that this brother did, yo. Like, so you know what I mean? Like,
He went on a power trip. That was the start of Gaddafi. He was good. Stalin was also good for the country at some point. A lot of dictators were good for the country at some point. That's how they start. That's how they get the people's loyalty. And then they get on a power trip and start killing everybody that say no to them.
nah. I mean, if that's it, I gotta see that. But what he was doing, well, one thing anyway. Once somebody trying to start their own banking system, they're gonna die anyway. And America's good for creating controversy on people to, it was America involved in that to even get him killed. You know what I mean? It was a nasty murder that was in violation. But at the same time, this man done great things, and I think he would have went on to do greater things. But like I said, when you don't actually know exactly the insides and out, then you can get a bad understanding of what a person stood for. But Gaddafi was that guy.
Americans couldn't have survived half a year under Gaddafi. Gaddafi did not let anybody speak. There was no journalism. There was no freedom of expression. Like to run a ship like that, it has to be run very, very tightly. Like what he was trying to do was insane. It started off really good. I just think what you're talking about was like the first probably less than 3 years. Like by 2010, the way he was running shit was nobody could say shit. There was no journalism. Journalists were getting like it was not.
That's what it should be. Like real talk. Like shut up.
No freedom of
Yo, I
expression.
just paid for this. I took care of your health. You was doing terrible. You ain't need this. Shut the fuck up, man. Let me run this shit over here. Be quiet. Sit in the background and shit gonna be cool. You gonna get what you need. Shut the fuck up. I don't need nobody talking bad about me in the street. Yeah, I don't need all the rhetoric about this and that. Yo, y'all shut up. I got you. That's how Gaddafi was on some grown man shit. Like, but we get caught up, man, in the rhetoric. I know Farrakhan, and I wish I could pull a clip up on all the things that Farrakhan and who's the other guy, BJ, that be speaking a lot on Farrakhan. I think he a nation too.
Khalid Muhammad?
Is it Khalil Muhammad or was the other one?
What, the bald head black dude?
Nah, good curly hair guy, light skinned dude.
Nori Muhammad? Light skin?
Is it Nori?
I don't know.
I heard another name though, but yeah, but he spoke. I just got it on my feed the other day though. He was talking about how the big things that Gaddafi was doing in this country and what people saying bad about him. Man, it was a boatload of things that the brother was doing. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get it wrong over here. Every time it come across the feed, it'll get chopped and screwed.
See, Nora, this is what's going on. And I had this conversation maybe 10 years ago Like I was speaking to this guy that was, I guess he was an Arab, and he was wondering why we in America see, the Arab countries or the Muslim countries as terrorists. But before I knew there was a terrorist, the one terrorist they said was the black man, Gaddafi, the Nation of Islam. You know what I'm saying? The Black Panther movement, who because we were on the move, we wanted to police our own neighborhood as opposed to their race policing our neighborhood. They think the political rhetoric in America was he was a terrorist and he was this and he was that. But from the black man's perspective, he did a lot for Libya. It was America who created this narrative that he was just such a bad man, and that's why they went after. They went out to get rid of him. They did the same thing with Saddam Hussein. For 1 minute, they was sending guns to Iraq to fight Iran because they had to create an enemy so that they could look like the white knight shining armor, come and save the day. When I was in the military, we were shipping guns to Iraq. Those are the same guns that the Bush administration said they had weapons of mass destruction, and then they went after Saddam Hussein. Oh, he's the dictator. Then they went after, the guy in Afghanistan. Because they have to create a narrative that somebody is bad so that they can look like they are the saviors of the world. Always in somebody's business instead of handling what's at home. So that's how that narrative got around that Gaddafi was this dictator and what he was doing in this country. Gaddafi was running his country better than America is running theirs.
Thank you.
Not
Facts.
according to Noah. What that comment say? Will?
Not according to Noah.
All the African
Libyans did not fuck with Gaddafi. The way
all
that
of
he handled
all of
the
Africa
thing
love
after-
Gaddafi. Noah.
Nobody
All of
cares
them.
about what other countries feels about. Like ultimately, when you were assessing a leader, where the opinion that matters most is the citizens of that country that person led.
Libya is on the continent of Africa.
He wiped them out like ants. Like he did not see the value of any human life there. He was treating them like they're animals. Like they was killed in crazy proportions. Every person that ever protested against him, it was a full dictatorship. Like that shit would never fly in any other country. Like this is some type of shit that we only accept for Arab countries. All these dictators, Saddam Hussein had more support among the locals, even though at the end he turned also very, very vicious against his political opponents. He still was more liked by the citizens because he didn't really obliterate his own citizens the way that Gaddafi did. After 2000, just all the Libyans were dying at the hands of their own leader. Like it was, there's no.
These are the same things that they talked about the guy from Cuba, man. Who's the guy? Fidel
Castro. That's my man too.
Yeah, bro. They tore him down because what he was dictatorship, this, that, and the third. Man, this man was doing amazing things, man, and
Yeah, he was.
behind the scenes, and people gonna still, just like the brother just said, how he was speaking on it. When you're not on board with America, and they can't come in and get you to do this and do that, they're gonna create some fabricated news to get the media on, and they've been great for that. You know what I mean? Intervening in other countries' business instead of staying over here in our own business. We was good for coming over in other people's states and creating some bullshit. They've been doing this from day one, though. This is who they are.
That's a fact.
See, a lot of people don't remember or can't even remember back during the day of the Shah of Iran. Do any one of y'all remember that?
The what?
Remember what?
The Shah of Iran, when the Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini was the ruler in Iran.
Nah.
He took billions of dollars out of that country and came to America. When Iran asked for that money back, for them to send that money back, they said the man died. Ain't no evidence of his body or nothing. He took billions out of the Iranian economy and came to America. They think that's what where a lot of that money was in the World Trade Center. So Iran took the embassy hostage with those 300 some Marines in Tehran back in the 70s. Y'all remember that? And Jesse Jackson then had to go over there and try to get the Marines, get them to free the Marines. And that's
Yeah, I
when
remember when Jesse Jackson went over there. I do remember that.
America
Clinton was in office.
going to Iraq to fight Iran. And they were shipping cocaine up to Central America to fund it because they went outside of Congress. And then they called it a war on drugs. And that's where you got that thing with what's the dude, the head of the NRA? Oliver North. Remember, they kicked him. They kicked him out the military, and Bush became president. And that's where that whole conflict with Iran and America came in. America created that scenario where that man stole all those billions of dollars and came to America with it. With all their little secrets and shit that they had going on in their country, and they put them people's business. See, America is due one. Every bully got his day now.
I think
They
you're
got
talking
to,
about the story. You're not talking about the. That sounds something like. That sound like What is that joint, man? The joint with Frank BJ
With who?
Snowfall.
Oh, the CIA and stuff. Freeway, Rick Ross.
When the contract with
No, that wasn't. That was
something
Nicaragua.
similar.
Yeah, it was similar. That was
The
well, see,
CIA when they was selling drugs to fund the war.
fuck.
yeah, well, see,
That's
that was all a part of it. See, because I was in the military down in Managua, Nicaragua, and it was
Yeah,
they
Nicaragua.
they connect they because Bush was the director of the Central Intelligence Agency. He found a covert action that the American government, the soldiers, were shipping them guns down to Central America and shipping them over there to Iraq to fight against Iran because Iran seen America as that big monster, the big white devil. You know what I'm saying? Because America let that man take all those billions of dollars out of their economy and put them in a real, got all their little secrets and nuclear secrets about their army and stuff because they had a battle against Islam at the time. Now, y'all can research it, and it was called the War on Drugs. It was the Iran-Contra scandal.
that's why I said that same thing, bro. Was like the Snowfall story, man. I think, and that was basically under Freeway Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Right.
With the
Well, a lot of the American people, society, because they were shipping the illegal drugs up to America, they was getting back then. It was easy to come up with, $400,000-$500,000 in a weekend just selling coke because America is the biggest consumer of the world's drug trade. You know what I'm saying? But back
Right.
in them days, it wasn't a lot of people doing crack. They were snorting cocaine. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that cocaine was being shipped by military enclaves, shipping it up to Mexico, up to Central and North America. That's how they funded it. Because they didn't inform Congress of it.
Why are we so fast to talk about dictatorship while at the same time we have no problem taking a shot for fear of losing our jobs?
Go ahead, Nora. You got it.
I feel like Americans really take for granted that there's different freedoms in different brackets, and Americans just can't grasp the concept of not being free to read the news, of things happening and you knowing nothing, things just happening to you, having no sort of choice over your life. Everything is just governed by this, like it's just a different, like the freedom to take a vaccine or not. We've never even perceived that as a basic freedom. We've never had that, but it's like there's a lot more essential freedoms, like freedom of press, freedom to protest, freedom to say my president is shit. Nobody can say anything about the government or the king. We can't have this conversation. Like there's different types of freedoms. Yeah, it sucks that you guys weren't free to not take a vaccine to save people's lives, but I just don't feel like that's anywhere near the type of freedoms that you lose when you're in a dictatorship where you can't say this president fucking sucks. without going to jail and being tortured for it. Like that type of shit is just some other shit.
I feel.
Yeah, that's like
I,
some Hitler.
I feel you on. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. That was a good point.
Hitler didn't have freedom in Germany, and he exterminated millions of Arabs. He just was getting rid of them just because he felt like they was a poison.
Especially with these dictators where you get to see them accumulate all the wealth, like in these oil-rich countries. The whole time Gaddafi was president, like he had a lot of wealth. All of the wealth from the country's oil reserves was concentrated in him, his inner circle, and like nobody even knew anything about that. They just knew that everybody was poor, people couldn't get jobs. Like that was at the time after he became a full-on dictator. All the wealth was accumulated with him. Like the golden years of Gaddafi were the 2 first years. After that, he was just a typical textbook dictator.
So you saying the people was miserable under his rule?
Yes, they were miserable. They couldn't do anything.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna put that in my notes because I'm definitely gonna fact check you on
From
that.
like 2000 onwards, 2000 onwards with Gaddafi, it was misery. And 2010 after that was like another, after the protests and the Arab Spring, that was the worst time to be Libyan under his presidency.
Isn't Libya on the continent of Africa?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Isn't Libya on the continent of Africa?
I believe so. Yeah, it's in North Africa.
Yeah, Libya is in Africa.
Yeah, it's North Africa,
Um,
next to Egypt and Sudan.
what was I about to say? Is Nadia asleep?
Halfway.
I want to know if she walked into a mosque and the imam was gay, would she stay?
She's asleep. But she's Catholic. Her mom's Catholic and her father's
Oh,
Muslim.
no. Now
Nora
you
already said
Nora,
shit.
Nora,
Zah came back.
Man.
I thought Zah was out. Yo, Zah
was
told
out,
me
man.
good night and everything. He got
I
to
was
lay it
out.
down and
Good
everything. He
night.
came back.
But Nora messed that up.
What happened,
Nora
Zah?
said yes, she was cool with the gay imam and all that. But I'm out, man. I got to get out of here. But I couldn't miss that because Nora, she threw me off with that, man. Real talk, bro. Yeah, Nora hang around and let the gay imam do the
I'm
cookball
not
and
the
all
type to
that.
storm out. I'm not the type to storm out.
I get it.
You don't got to
Alhamdulillah.
storm out, but you should at least turn around.
Yeah, something ain't
I'll
right.
sit there and see what he gotta say. I like hearing people out.
Get
Good
your
to
rest,
see y'all
bro.
people, y'all great people tonight, man. I'm out. I just had to say something to Nora about that one. I couldn't let that one slide.
Yeah, that nigga came
know,
back.
The sweet imam on the cookball. You know what I mean? I couldn't let that get out of here.
Oh, man.
Tomorrow, man. Peace, my
Good
good
night.
people.
All right, peace. Hey, yo, TD Jake said Adam was Eve's mother. I don't know what's going on. I didn't believe it at first,
He definitely said it.
but he definitely said TD Jake says Adam was Eve's mother.
Wait. Ain't T.D. Jakes that gay preacher?
You gotta. I don't know what's up. Your phone sound muffled. What you say?
I said, isn't
There you go.
T.D.
That's good right there.
I said, isn't T.D. Jakes that gay preacher dude?
I don't know if he's gay, but he definitely got. He's zesty, and he's suspected. Like he's a suspected homo.
He is suspect. Anyway, I thought you said when there's somebody that's gay that's in the religious community, you just walk out of that. I'm out of that. When he talk about it, he holds no credibility.
He has a big following though. He has a big church, man.
So do Donald Trump, but I ain't listening to nothing he got to say either. Cause an idiot.
I'm not listening to it. I'm just saying that's a well-known pastor that's saying Adam was Eve's mother.
Well, listen, you remember that pastor in Atlanta that was over Newburgh? What was his name? The well-known pastor of the big mega church.
Eddie Long.
Eddie Long.
Yeah. once he got exposed to whatever his sexuality was, it's time to walk out of that church.
I see a clip right now. Kanye is shaking hands with Trump and says, "Please pardon my big bro Diddy."
No way, that's real.
It might be Photoshop. You think Diddy deserves a pardon?
No, the fuck I don't. I think he deserves to go to trial, and then I'll decide if he deserves a pardon.
You want to see the evidence?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. That's fair. That's
But
fair.
based on the allegations, I think you should stay in there for a little bit.
That's
Well,
fair.
allegations is not proof of truth. Let me see the evidence, and then we'll make that determination.
I wonder how long it's gonna be, but how long it's gonna be before his trial? Like, I don't think it should.
It's gonna be long. It's about to be long and retarded because
Because they filed a
he got
RICO
like
act.
30 people that's coming out against him. It's a bunch of. It's gonna be stupid.
I would hate to be a jury on that.
It's gonna be
Man,
5,
I
6
wish your
years,
boy-
probably
wish your
before he
boy-
even get to. It's gonna be stupid.
I
It's
wish
gonna be a
that
shit show. It's gonna be worse than Young Thug.
yeah, well,
Way
you
worse
know,
than Young Thug's trial, and that was a shit show.
But hey, BJ, they charged him up under the RICO Act, and you know if you ever dealt with the Fed, in order to file a RICO Act, it has to be 5 people. You know, either they,
Yeah, but it's not even 5 people. It's just him. Dave Chappelle said that on Saturday Night Live. He the
Well,
only
they-
nigga that got charged with RICO by himself.
those other indictments are,
Dave Chappelle just said that.
but
He got
But-
charged with RICO by himself. He don't got no co-defendants.
That's
no,
crazy.
they haven't charged these co-defendants yet. You can have some non-indicted co-conspirators.
He
Under
ain't got no co-defendants or nothing, but he's charged with a RICO. What Josh said.
He waiting for Diddy to snitch.
What was the comment before that? There was some other comment.
What was the comment before that?
What about us not having the freedom to criticize LGBTQ under the Democrats? You just did, and nobody gonna come take you. Like freedom, how do we not have the freedom to say that? We just criticizing LGBTQ every Friday and Sunday.
Who?
Every
Trump?
single Friday and Sunday, we just criticize.
Who?
The
Me?
fuck?
Yes.
What that comment said? What happened?
Why we can't? What happened to us? What about us not having the freedom to criticize the LGBTQ under the Democrats?
We've always
Oh
had that
nah,
freedom.
they was I guess he's talking about like politically and no, but you know what?
What is
No,
freedom? Who stopped you?
it was a moment where if you said something about Jews or gays, your ass was canceled
We still in that moment.
and
What you mean?
deleted. Nah, I think we good now.
I don't know.
Cancelled,
We
but
gonna
what?
try
No, Andrew Tate is on whatever platform he on, calling people faggots and everything.
Andrew Tate, Alex Jones, you have people, the incels, Nick, Ben Shapiro, all these people saying crazy shit all the time. Nobody going to their house and taking them. Nobody. What's canceling? What that ever did to
It's
a
not
person in
crazy.
reality. Like all these people still got their own platforms.
And they could get on Twitter. They could no. Andrew Tate and them was canceled and banned from a lot. And Alex Jones
They
and
still
Louis
talking their
Farrakhan.
shit. I still see Andrew Tate talking.
That's
Russia
people.
got him. It wasn't
That's
even
people
him.
recording it and probably putting it up themselves. But himself was
He's not
banned from a
talking
lot of
anymore?
platforms, especially when they put that fake rape charge on him. Alex Jones too. Louis Farrakhan too.
Well, see, they do that to people that they don't want to have a voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to push their conspiracy theories or whatever it is, but then when it's somebody else's turn to criticize some of the policies that they got running, they let that policy run. They talking about that on the news now about how the network, they be editing out parts of interviews where motherfuckers is making mistakes and saying shit like that.
Well, did you see Mark Zuckerberg up there talking about how the Democrats and Kamala and Biden administration was the one that was putting the pressure on him?
The pressure on what?
Mark Zuckerberg on him with the Facebook platform, Facebook and what Instagram? What else he got?
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were trying to,
To censorship. That's another thing Kamala wanted to do. She said that. She wanted to you talking about dictatorship. She
know,
wanted to
well-
censor people.
Well, see,
I like the political fact check. I like the
that's
fact check.
going along with every administration because they banned TikTok, and now Trump want to make it a public entity so that the American government can censor it. They don't want China
No,
to.
ain't nobody. No, Kurt, you wrong. You wrong. Ain't nobody
What?
censoring. This is one administration where you could speak your mind. Come on now, stop it. Elon bought. As
DJ,
soon
what are you talking about?
as
He's
soon as
deporting
Elon bought, I'm coming to
Palestinians.
you. Hold on, no. As soon as Elon bought Twitter, he changed it to X, and everybody that was banned was able to come on X and speak their mind. Go ahead.
Then
dog.
how's they banning Twitter?
Twitter is not banned. TikTok
I mean, yeah, TikTok.
is not banned either.
They have
Neither one-
to.
And
Neither
They
one
have
is
to
banned.
disband or be sold publicly back to this government.
he was
I
the
mean,
one
it's
that
not
signed the
sold
order
to
of
American government or nothing. That's just about money. That's not about censorship. What you saying, Noah?
I was saying he's literally talking about, not even talking about, he said he's going to issue an order to deport Palestinians that protest, even if they have like on their valid.
Who said that?
Was Trump. Trump said he was going to deport
my
Palestinians
God.
that protest. Google it.
He said what now?
Trump said he will deport the college protests, the students that were protesting in universities. Here. Let me read the exact thing. An executive order that purports to combat anti-Semitism on university. Oh, it was already signed. It threatens to deport non-citizen college students and other international visitors who take part in protests considered anti-Semitic under a broad and contested definition of the term, which means any criticism of Israel is anti-Semitic. That's the broad and contested definition. These threats of deportation are not new. You read it? Oh, so a doctoral student at Cornell University was threatened with deportation last year off of these policies.
So that's a form of censorship in itself.
Textbook authoritarian playbook meant to stifle any criticism of what's going on in Israel. Freedom in America is not absolute, but I just think it's way more freedom than what's in other countries that we seem to admire.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I guess Trump picked a side, man.
Yeah, he has picked a side from way
I guess he
long
picked
ago.
a side. I thought he was
BJ
gonna stay neutral.
BJ,
I'm not
he's
gonna
never
lie.
stayed neutral.
It
He was
seems
the
like he
only
picked a side.
He's been picked aside. He was the only president out of every American president that when he would compare the one state versus two state solution, he did not give a fuck if this whole thing becomes Israel. Every other president has clearly expressed that a two-state solution is favorable, that there must be a Palestine and an Israel. Trump is the only one that said he don't give a fuck. Israel.
Biden destroyed Palestine.
It doesn't matter. There was still statehood.
It doesn't
different.
matter.
Nobody
That's
wanted
crazy.
to evacuate and just give it to Israel. That's a whole different.
It doesn't matter. It's crazy.
It's a whole because that's a constant. Every single president did that. That's a constant. Palestine been rubble. It's not the first time we see rubble. Palestine has been getting destroyed with bulldozers. Trump was allowing these settlers to literally, he was shipping these bulldozers. Part of their weapons shipment is bulldozers to literally wipe out whole neighborhoods. Like that's been.
But I'm saying when they dropped them bombs,
he doesn't think we should be a state at all.
When they dropped them bombs last year, when they dropped all them bombs and killed damn near nearly 800,000 Palestinians last year, that was under Biden's watch.
And the same thing happened under
Can
Trump's
we agree on that?
Yes. Can we agree that has
so
happened?
how is it that Trump is the worst that y'all ever had and he's not dropping bombs on y'all?
Because he is doing worse. He wants to terminate our existence. Statehood and independence and these concept of just us being acknowledged, that's always meant way more to us than the individual lives, because we've seen people dying every year at consistent rates. Search how many people have been killed due to war in Palestine for the past 100 years. It's a yearly thing. The only change is that all we hang on to is that please somebody just recognize that we're still a country, the UN, anybody, because once they take that away, it's really, and they kick us all out of the land and they don't allow us to return, no matter how many Palestinian families hold on to their house keys, they're never going to go back to that land. They're just going to be refugees forever. And everybody going to have to be literally not a citizen of any country. My best friend growing up with her, she was not a citizen of any country. To get a driver's license, she had to spend 2 years of her life trying to get it. Like, this shit is crazy. For you to make a whole country refugees is insane. That's way more harmful than the bombs that we've been receiving literally every year.
They have bombed.
I don't agree with that.
Israel have bombed that area of geographic for years.
And they're still
before
bombing.
Donald Trump, before Bill Clinton. Remember, they killed Yasser Arafat, and they blew that country up. They've
That's
been,
one of our greatest
That was
leaders.
Palestine.
Yes.
yeah, the Palestine Liberation Organization, the
And that
LBO.
wasn't Trump neither.
Right, but that was other administrations. It wasn't just. It's just not a Republican or Democrat.
It's a bipartisan issue.
No, I'm not saying that. Nora hates Trump so much. She said he's the worst they ever had.
Well, he is the one that with the what was it? The American embassy. They moved it from its original spot, which was I forgot what part of Palestine, and he moved it to Tel Aviv, which is in the heart of Israel. The official.
I'm not going to deny the fact that it seems like Trump picked a side.
He picked a side a long time ago, and he picked money because you think that's a valid choice to pick because we're running a business, not a country, and morality doesn't matter. But he picked the money. Obviously, the money is not with the people that's getting destroyed and don't have a military or government. Who the fuck would pick
And
us?
he ain't the only president that picked the side of the Israel because
They all did. What
Every-
y'all said? What y'all
every-
said?
ever since
They
World War
support
II,
Trump
America
executive order
picked the
banning
side of
men
Israel.
transgender competing with women.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't agree with it, but I would take what's happening now over another 800,000 Palestinians dying.
BJ, they're still bombing Jenin, and there's towns in just because it's not Gaza, that doesn't mean the war has stopped.
They're dropping bombs on who?
Jenin, they're like there's settlers there are shooting them
Who's
up.
dropping bombs on them?
Let me get you the exact.
Why are they dropping bombs on them?
Because they want to
It's
destroy
been-
them.
Is
They want
Israel
to destroy
still?
themselves.
Israel, yeah. Look at the pictures of Jenin. Just search now.
Spell
refugee
it
camp,
for me.
Jenin. Search Israel Jenin. They were shooting up 23 buildings destroyed on Sunday to prevent terrorist infrastructure from being established there. 50 Palestinians were killed. This was on Sunday. What Trump did was said, please stop hurting them in Gaza, but also here's the same shipment that Biden promised you. They still sent the same shipment of bombs. You see the picture of the little smoke all over the buildings?
Israel military blows up buildings in West Bank refugee camp.
They've been doing that for years.
That's Sunday. That's weeks after the whole ceasefire, whatever the fuck that meant. Telling you, this shit does not stop.
Yeah, they still going at it. I don't know. I don't know what they gonna do over there. I really don't know, man.
Riviera.
Huh?
A Riviera for Trump and his rich buddies.
So that they can get rid.
I guess y'all not gonna be allowed once he do that.
I'm American. I can do whatever I want. I'm going back.
You better stay from over there. You better chill.
I'm going back in 10 years.
You better
America
stay
is
from
not going to
over
have
there.
me
You
for
might
longer
you,
than 10
you
years.
might not be able to get back.
When I leave, I'm not going to want to come back.
Oh shit! You just talking now. Yeah, you just talking. Y'all still mad at Trump for deporting all the immigrants?
Yep.
Kurt, you want to be Mexican so bad.
I don't want to be Mexican. I am who I am. I'm proud of being a black, indigenous American. I'm proud of that. I've studied up on the Islam too. But by the same token, if he's going to deport somebody, don't say, oh, my wife, she's a legal immigrant because I paid the money, but y'all can't be illegal immigrants.
That's how you become legal. You got to pay some money.
Some of them paid money to the cartels to get up here.
Noah ain't paying no money. Noah married an African.
And
What the fuck that got to do with it?
I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. I don't understand why they in the streets blocking up the traffic, protesting, waving their flags of their country that they don't want to go back to.
because some of them
Make that make sense. Why
So
are they
some of them-
blocking traffic, protesting, waving their country flag that they don't want to go back to?
Is that shit that I sent you? Did I not send you that?
That's still they country.
Yeah, I told you.
but
No, you sent me a lot of shit. Now you acting like
sent
you
you
don't
that
remember what you
shit.
sent me. You sent me shit all week.
People be like, why don't you go back to why are you in America? Why don't you go back to the country that America obliterated? America will like funnel drugs into all these countries in
They
Latin
didn't. They
America.
didn't obliterate Mexico.
They funnel drugs into a lot of these countries, destabilize them, so like everything come out.
Hell no.
years
We
after
don't.
it happened.
We don't
Nicaragua
smuggle drugs
bullshit.
into no country. The
I'm not
drugs come over here.
They don't do that to Nicaragua. They didn't do that to Nicaragua.
No, the
CIA
drugs
wasn't-
came from Nicaragua over here. We
Yeah, but the
smuggle
CIA
guns.
wasn't funneling
We
it. They
smuggle
weren't supporting
guns
the
over
funds.
there.
Right.
The CIA been supporting these industries in other
We
countries.
the CIA smuggle
Been
guns.
supporting
The
rebels.
drugs come over here.
W-
The guns
One,
and the money go over there.
but you're talking about two wings of the same bird. Drugs is killing people just as much as drugs is. So they the same thing.
Man, that's just good business, man. A fair exchange ain't no robbery. They want guns, we want drugs. That's
They want to work, and we get free labor. I mean, cheap labor.
yeah, but they gotta come in legally, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We the only country that did some shit like that. Just let everybody walk over here.
You
Jordan
that's
ain't
the
doing.
trade-off.
Jordan ain't gonna do that. Dubai ain't gonna do that shit. Palestine ain't gonna do that.
Ain't gonna do what?
I'm gonna do what?
Just let people walk over there.
Palestine can't let their own people in.
All right, not Palestine. I should never
You
said
can't let
Palestine.
nobody in.
When I said it, I meant to, I didn't mean to say it.
Jordan, Dubai.
Jordan, Dubai, Lebanon. Come on. I don't even know how the black chick got over there in Pakistan, and she just I don't
Oh
know
my God,
how
that
she,
shit is so funny.
I don't know how she got over
Can
there.
go anywhere. Americans can go anywhere. Like I've always, the only person in my family that never had an American like any papers was my mom, and she couldn't go nowhere. Like the whole family could go to any country in the world except my mom. It's crazy.
That
what
lady ain't from America. She from
You
New
get to go
York.
to Pakistan and run that shit. She's from Brooklyn.
I can tell.
Now she's
I
the
know
mayor
she
of
from Brooklyn.
Pakistan.
She's retarded.
She's crazy.
I know she from Brooklyn. I feel like she is from Flatbush. She might be from the Star. She really might be from the Star.
I'm about to look it
I
up.
could see her being from Flatbush too.
I'm about to look it up.
But she's burnt out. She ain't from America. She's from New York. Yeah, but I'm starting to like her. The more I see her, I'm starting to like her because the shit just
I like her too. She's so funny.
they're actually having fun with her. It's a Pakistani dude that got a page with just her. Like
So many people offering her money.
yeah, they're starting to like they take like catching clout over her now. Like they recording, they in the pictures with like they really man. Attention
you
is a
say-
drug.
but you say
Attention
she's
is the
black.
new drug.
You say she's black?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she black.
Well, there are blacks in every nation in this world.
What
You
that
got
mean?
black,
She's fresh out of
you got black Russians.
Yeah, I don't understand where you're going with that.
It doesn't matter what the color of our
She's
skin
black
is.
American. She's black American though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you must ain't see her.
Now, who is it?
We don't know this chick. She just over there wilding. She talking about she need 20,000
from the
land.
government. She want to
She about to
rebuild.
marry a Pakistan. She came over there for some 19-year-old Pakistan boy that she catfished, and the mother supposedly saw her and got up out of there or something, and got her son up out of there. But it's funny. You gotta.
She
check
might
that
have
out.
just got in with the Pakistanis. There's some dark skinned Pakistanis.
I
They
don't
love her.
think she's gonna leave. I think she's set on staying over there. I seen her counting money and everything.
Yeah,
It's just like the story. I don't know if you heard about it. That the Ghana country had offered these people X amount of land to see if they could build a town.
Nah, I ain't see that. I saw China was offering black men to come over there and have babies for like 20,000-30,000 a while. I didn't know how
Yeah,
true
you
that
know
was.
that. They'll have you in the sex trade.
China
You
or
know?
Japan.
Once you get there, it ain't no easy way to get back. Once you get to another country, the laws are done. You can holler you American all you want.
Yeah, they've been
If
untook
you up
all your
under,
organs.
huh?
They've been untook all your organs.
All of them, and used them.
Yeah, but that shit. That's all I got, man. Y'all got anything y'all wanna touch on before we head up out of here?
Yeah, I'll let Noah get off the phone. You stay on. I want about 3 push-ups, bro.
Who
I
that?
can't even watch.
You.
What happened?
I said Noah can get off, but with you, I need about 3 push-ups since you
Oh,
said you.
I'll call you.
Oh, I ain't gonna be able to see that. You gonna be faking them. You gonna be, ghosting me.
Nah, I ain't gonna ghost you, man. I'm gonna give you what I owe you, 100.
You know this is on call. I told you if you in the truck,
Man,
I'm
I
gonna
ain't
call
got
you.
time to be
Midnight.
playing this on call shit with you, man. I ain't got time for that.
Nobody told you to set that rule, BJ.
I wake up 4 or 5 in the morning, man. I ain't got time to be talking about give me one push up.
That's
call
the
you
rule
back.
you said, though. That's
Give me one push up. I'll call you back.
You said it was gonna be anytime through the podcast. You just drop down and do it at any point.
No, do some of them push ups for me.
I could do 2 total.
How many?
I'm
How
not
many you said? How many you said? Kurt.
It's 100 of them, and he can't pay your debt, though. You know that. That ain't the rule of the game.
As long as the debt is paid, it don't matter who pay you.
Yeah, dude. I want it from Mexico. I'm gonna put a 25% tariff on it. See, that's how Donald Trump do business.
Yeah, Noah, you sent me some stuff about them tariffs too. You thought Trump was gonna back down. No, ma'am. You thought
Oh,
Canada
already
and
paused.
Mexico had something going on. You thought
Canada
they really
already paused.
huh?
Canada's tariffs are already paused for a month, so that didn't go nowhere.
Man, they don't have no military. First of all, Canada and Mexico don't have a military. They need America.
Canada's got
Okay, but they've put a tariff and they put that shit on pause.
Quick.
They got it on pause.
Just
You
as
can't-
quick as they said it, they came right back and reset it and rescinded it. What's that? Yeah, they rescinded it.
And so they put a tariff on America. It's gonna cost us what 170 billion.
No, it's not. They're not gonna put nothing on us. They didn't put anything on us. That's fake news. They're not gonna do it, bro. They need America. They don't have
And
a
America
military.
needs them.
BJ, Canada has a military. I don't know about Mexico, but Canada got a military.
That shit is whack, man. We could send NYPD over there to go to war with Canada's military, man. We could send NYPD over there.
Man, without the Canadian Air Force, we would have never won World War II. They got one of the greatest Air Force in the world. That's
I don't know.
statistics.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Let's see.
It says United States has the greatest air force in the world.
And where is Canada ranked?
It
Number
says
2 is
it
Russia.
says U.S., Russia, China, India, top 4.
Israel is 7. France is 6.
Nah, Israel is not even up here. Russia, China, India, top 10.
Chat
Russia,
GPT
China,
says Israel is 7.
India, South Korea, Japan, Pakistan, Egypt, Turkey, France.
So what is Canada good for?
I don't know. I did the top 10. I ain't gonna look for Canada, but they not up there, bro. I promise you, man. Canada needs America. America are protecting all these countries. How you think they just gonna tax us? They protecting all these countries. We could take our military aid away from Canada and Mexico and pay the tariffs and still save more money. We save more money not spending money on the military to protect these countries and just pay the tariffs, and we'll save billions of dollars.
But if we don't do that, then the big economies such as Russia and China are going to do the trade with Canada, and that's gonna put Russia and
We still
China.
gonna trade. We still gonna trade. They need stuff from us too. So they still gonna trade. We just gonna be taxing each other. But one thing about it, they will not have access to our military. Period. Guess what, Kurt? Whatever you think they're gonna be able to do to America, get that thought out your head.
All I'm saying is
Get it out your head. They're not gonna be able to do anything.
DJ, your groceries gonna get higher.
The tariffs wasn't intended to hurt the American government. It's gonna hurt the consumers. Because when they have to pay tariffs, it's a known fact. Look at any business index. When you pay a high, when
Eggs been $15 for the past 2 years, man.
Great. And the economy has been going out of control, which the Republicans are hollering about. The price of the goods on the market that you and I have to buy, that price gonna shoot all the way up.
No, you don't even eat. You
Beans.
eat salad and lettuce and
DJ,
fucking
I don't
drink
even put salad
Starbucks
in my
all day.
mouth. You don't
eat.
even know me like that. You never even ate with me. I only eat meat.
You
All I
eat
eat
lettuce,
is meat and lamb.
tomatoes, and drink Starbucks
And all that
day.
shit gonna
You
get
don't
more
even eat.
expensive. All the agricultural shit we get from Mexico.
Posting,
Cars gonna get more expensive.
be posting all them bullshit ass dinner plates.
Y'all
Y'all be
wouldn't
going
know
out
what lamb is.
to
You
the
wouldn't
restaurants, and that shit is trash. I
That
told
last
them that the
photo
other day.
was lamb that you probably never tasted in your life.
I told them
was
that the other
real-
day. That shit is trash.
But you should try it. You should come to New York and try
The
some
lamb
food here.
look alright. The lamb look
The
alright.
lamb was great.
The lamb was
My
alright. The
favorite
rest of
lamb
that
spot
shit
in New
was
York.
dry.
Well, you
Carrots
gotta
and
taste
shit.
it.
Who eat
I'm
carrots with
worried
lamb?
about some of the food that's in America, like
People that
chitlins,
made lambs,
pork chops, and bacon and all that shit. So, now what people eat is, my daughter's a total vegetarian. She don't eat no meat byproduct. And I swear that food looks like it. What? You think I'm gonna eat a bean hamburger?
Yeah, that's the shit Noah be eating.
I've never put that in my mouth. That's literally what I'm perfectly against. Everybody know that.
What, vegetarian food? Vegetarian?
That's what it look like to me, Kurt.
I would eat Omar if I could. I eat all types of meat. And the
Damn.
second thing is cars and all that shit. You don't care about those shit's getting more expensive. We don't get any. We don't import that shit from Canada. Canada
What?
exports a lot of like car parts and shit like that.
No, Mexico do.
Cars gonna get more
Mexico.
expensive.
Nah, I don't-
Food's
I
gonna
don't-
get more expensive.
Matter of
No,
fact, I
we get
bought a
over-
truck part
we
from
get-
Canada
We
before,
get
but it
over
was used.
170. We
That's
get
what-
the numbers are we get over $170 billion worth of car parts
We
out of
get-
Mexico.
We get beer from Canada. We could do without beer.
Well, they took putting a tariff on the red state liquor, and that's a big business.
Well, we could make our own liquor. Our people was making liquor, corn liquor, and all that for years. We can make our own liquor. Niggas make liquor in prison. Niggas make liquor in prison out of bread and fruit and sugar.
Right.
That's crazy.
They call it hoop.
You got a
Yup.
recipe?
Yup. Call it hooch.
But you got to know how to crack that seal so that it don't ferment and explode on you.
Yeah, you gotta cook it up right though.
Yeah, I done had
gotta
a few
cook
of
it
them
up right. It
bags
take about a
bust
week.
on me.
You gotta cook it up right, and you gotta hide it from the police.
Right, because it smells. You can smell like a big old beer factory.
Yeah, you gotta let it breathe sometimes too. Let it breathe and close it back up. Burp it. That's what they call it. You gotta burp it.
Right.
Necessity
That's
is
all I
the
got,
mother of
y'all.
invention.
That's all I got, man. Nadia went to sleep.
Yep.
No, that's Black Americans knowing how to make lemonade out of lemon.
Corn liquor. Corn liquor. All right,
Yep.
I'm out, y'all. I'm
They
I'm
call
looking
it-
up that Gaddafi stuff though. No,
Look
I don't
up
like the way.
Gaddafi stuff. There's other shit you need to look up. I'm gonna send you a list.
Yeah, send me a list because I don't like the way you was talking about Gaddafi. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I'm on the fence with that one because no, I don't like the way that he killed off some of his people. But he was for the people.
Who he
It
killed?
was them right wing American governor people that was trying to get next to him. And
200 Americans. He bombed an American flight. I don't know what y'all missing. 1980,
Okay, that's what-
19 or late
right.
90s, early
Well, that's-
90s. Bombed the plane and he claimed it and then gave people millions to shut them up, the victims.
Right. Well, see,
300
I don't see that,
Americans.
Noah.
The
He
Frankfurt flight, the Lockerbie bombing. Search the Lockerbie bombing. Locker like locker, and then BIE.
Well, that's what they charged him with. You know, American government would charge you with anything if you're against their policy.
Yeah, that don't mean.
I
How the
don't
hell
even
he
know how much I
bombed?
believe
Let
in
me
it, but
see.
that's what Americans really hate him for. Like he's definitely claimed that he killed Americans. He just said he didn't really press the order. Like he didn't issue that order, but it was Libya under his rule.
Because America was trying to get in some business that they ain't got no business. They always in somebody's damn business.
I agree.
They create
Man, that happened way in the United Kingdom, man.
No, it had Americans on that flight. It was from
No, I'm
Germany.
not saying it wasn't. It was definitely like going to Detroit or something like that.
Yeah, it was
but
going to Michigan. Yeah,
how y'all gonna blame him for something that happened in the UK?
he claimed it.
the Americans blamed him for that.
No,
That's why they
Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi handed over the two men for trial at Camp Zeist in the Netherlands in 2001.
In 2003, Gaddafi accepted Libya's responsibility for the Lockerbie bombing and paid over $1 billion in compensation to the families of the victims. A very unusual outcome for a terrorist bombing.
Yeah, because it was his people from Libya, but that don't mean he gave the order. Why would he give the order and then give his people up? Bin Laden didn't do that.
Well, that whole story y'all talking about is the narrative that
That don't make no sense.
I don't even care
American
about that.
public-
I care about what he did to the Libyans.
Oh, now you don't care.
the American social media or whatever it was put out there that Gaddafi was, because they wanted to take him out of power so that they could put in power who they wanted to. Like
I agree
another.
with you, Kurt. I agree with you on that.
That's what they did. They created a narrative that made the world think that Gaddafi was this terrible ass person. And a lot of people, they have their ideas about who Gaddafi. The African people love Gaddafi because he did a lot for his people. It was when all these other outside countries tried to come in.
He was building Libya.
Gaddafi run his country the way they wanted him to run that country.
Yeah, he definitely was building Libya. He was making
Stalin
Libya
was building
strong.
the Soviet Union.
He was making Libya strong. But
Well, he was more so leaning toward how Russia run their country as opposed to how America runs theirs. He was more on the side of Iran than he was on the side of Israel.
I like him. I'm gonna look up that stuff you were saying. Yeah, send me my list, Noah. That's all.
I will.
Send me my list, man.
All right.
I'm out.
I'm
Will
on
we
your
good?
side with
We
that.
good.
I like him. The narrative that I heard about him, I was on the fence about it because I don't know what that partial
Never know.
information that I got about Gaddafi was accurate or not. You know, like the information that we always had was Dr. Martin Luther King was shot on the balcony in what was it, Alabama, and they say he got assassinated on the balcony, but it's evident that Martin Luther King was suffocated.
Gaddafi was for an independent Africa. Yeah, Gaddafi was for an independent Africa. I agree.
He didn't want no outside interference from America. America was all in their business. They always in somebody's goddamn business.
Yep. I agree. So next time, man.
Well, this is the first episode Kurt been on that we ain't had to go on no cross-town trip with him. I appreciate you.
No, I
Kurt,
ain't.
you stay still tonight, Kurt.
Yeah, I'm at a standstill.
Kurt, I have whatever push-ups you need tomorrow, man. Just call me tomorrow, man.
I may not want him tomorrow. It's on call. It's when I want him.
See, I can't. Come on.
You made
too
the
tired.
bet.
I'm too
Hey.
tired for this.
Okay, but you made the bet. You set the rules.
You
And
did,
I'm
man.
just about, it's called on call. That means whenever I need a push up, you could be asleep at 2:30 in the morning. If I
I'm not answering the phone.
well, if you don't answer, then it'll just stay the same. But every time I on call you, I need that. You know, that's just the bet I'd have gave it to you.
All right.
Let's be real.
You
You
right.
shouldn't have made the bet.
You right. I got you.
Because I promise you, if Trump get to 1 million
Went
deportees,
back to Trump.
If he get to 1 million deportees, I'm gonna give you that 100 back. I
That's a
guarantee
bet.
you, he ain't gonna make it.
Nah,
Not no 4 years. Not no 4 years.
All right, well, shit. I holler, man.
But he
Appreciate
showed
y'all.
signs.
Thanks,
So
Noah.
do these deportees, BJ? Do the deportees include the Indians that they sent out too, or just the Mexicans?
I don't know.
You said the illegal immigrants. You talking about all of them, all around. Your statement was that he was going to ship 1 million people, and there ain't gonna be no backlash. That's what the other 100 is for.
Okay. I remember that.
Well, he is so on his way, ain't he? He is shooting motherfuckers up out of here like that. Like he don't care.
I got the bet. It's a bet. I already made the bet, so it's a bet.
Yeah.
I holler at y'all, man.
All right, we see y'all guys Sunday.
Till next
Appreciate you
time.
for hanging in there with us.
Later, Noah.
Have a good night. Bye.
All right. Good night.
Hey,
All right,
hey,
Kurt.
you know you my brother always, even if
For
I
sure.
disagree with you sometimes.
That's
Like
a
how you
fact.
talk. I always had to disagree with you about who's the real champion in chess, and you still won't admit it. You still think you better than me. You still the student. I'm
We
the
could bet
master.
on that too. We're gonna play some. We're gonna play the best out of 5 online on the podcast.
That I don't think that could work.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a game. You gotta sign back on to the app.
You know that app is fucked up.
Oh yeah, you can't play that.
Now it's fucked up with you because the last time we played on the app, you made a move that you was driving that you didn't mean to make. And you was like, man, I can't do this. So it takes away from it. Well, I might be headed down that way just for a game with you for a day. You know what I mean? You just chill, thug it out a little bit, something. And it might be around the springtime. Cause I gotta go to Houston. In March. Maybe March or April.
Let me know. I'll be here. It don't matter.
Yeah. I'm coming to see you because I think I'm close to this demand letter for this money too, from the car accident. The first place I'm coming is to Atlanta, just not to live.
All right, bet. Just let me know. Hit me.
All right, love you, bro.
All right, love you more.